Hello, everybody. It is so lovely to see you guys. Hello, Aki. I missed you the last few days. Hello, beautiful Bree. Hello, Jasmine, Nella, Nellick, Crystal. I've got you, sweetie. I've got your questions. I am going to start off tonight with Zaria. I did receive your beautiful questions last night when we were close, so I'm going to start off with you. I have your questions. I'm going to move on over to Zach from last night also. I did receive your questions, and then we're going to follow down the list, okay, guys? So following Zach is going to be Eki, Bree, Jasmine, Nella, Nelik, and Crystal. My beautiful Laura. Also, sweetie, it is nice to see you, beautiful. Don't post your questions right away so I do not lose them anywhere, okay? Let's start this off. Hello, everybody. It is so nice to see you guys. Oh, yes, definitely. Do we have some excitement over here, Juanson? Juanson, you're like on fire tonight, right? You're already started. Okay, so I'm going off over here with Zaria because I know that you're here. You're first. Question number one is Danielle Olivo watching your Instagram. And if you guys see our beautiful IG, I already answered back to her, but we do have IG who's coming on in tonight too. So is Danielle Olivo watching your Instagram? Well, let's go and find that out to begin with. Danielle Olivo watching your Instagram. I'm just going to move my cute little skulls down here because I'm going to knock them. Here we go. The wheel, followed up by the fool. There's absolutely no doubt about it, sweetie. And I am going to validate over here with the pendulum because, yeah, I like to have double validation sometimes. So I am positive Danielle Olivo is Danielle Olivo watching Zaria's Instagram. And that is a yes, sweetie. There's no doubt about it. And you know why he's doing it, right? He is doing it because he wants to know what exactly is going on. He's even thinking, you could have posted onto your Instagram that you sold a house, that you rented something, that things are going really, really well. He is in great competition with you. Never, ever forget that, sweetie. So whenever you do post anything, I don't know exactly what it is that you post, but be careful what you do post so it doesn't really give him any insights for him to steal anything from you or to kind of get into your way, if you know what I mean. So into the future, a little bit of a red flag onto that. Watch out what you post out because you are being watched. And how are your finances looking for the next year, 2023? 2023, we're getting beginnings, we're getting creations, we're getting so much better. Actually, I feel as though you're getting a lot of fulfillment. And I'm not going to say you're getting exactly what it is that you want because I know that you want, up into those millions, but you're definitely getting so much more than you are right now, sweetie. You're going to be happy. I feel as though if you are able to take, let's say you want to go halfway, okay? Take your objective, cut it in half. That's pretty much what you're going to get. And I know that your objective is high. So even by cutting it in half is still pretty darn good. So I'm going to say financially speaking, probably better than what you actually expect, sweetie, but it's going to be really, really good. And is somebody doing magic on you or attempting to block your blessings? Well, that is interesting. And I really, really hope that that is a no for you, sweetie. Hold on, this is intriguing. All right, so let's go and find it out over here. Is somebody doing magic on you or attempting to block your blessings? If anybody is, it's Danielle Olivo, my dear gosh. Because if anybody wants to block anything from you, it is him on every side. May it be love, may it be success, may it be work. But ultimately, my good news here for you, and I am going to validate with a pendulum, is a no. I do not feel like anybody is. I don't feel anybody is doing black magic on you. I do believe that some people, with their intentions, don't necessarily want you to succeed as much, or they want, they're envious, they want more, therefore they want you to have less, but are they actually making any action towards it? I don't believe so. So is somebody doing a magic on our beautiful Zaria? Is anybody doing any magic on Zaria? Is anybody attempting to block Zaria's blessings? Is anybody trying to block Zaria's blessings with any type of magic or witchery? And that is also a no, my sweetie. All right. Sending you so much love, my beautiful. Let's go and make sure everything is okay for our beautiful Jasmine before we do continue. Again, thank you everybody for your beautiful patience. I will be with you guys in such a few moments. Did you, Laura? Seriously? I don't know what the heck we were talking about, but sometimes they're really funny. Zaria, I'm sending you so much love, sweetie. Let's go and see Zach. Is Zach somewhere around? Otherwise, I will leave for Zach a timestamp over here because I don't want to miss him again. So let's just go see over here. Let's do that, and let's do this, and let's go see Zach. Where's Zach? Here's Zach. Okay. All right, I'm going to keep the poison for when Zach comes in, though, okay? So we're going to put a timestamp over here, guys, for Zach at 6:20, 6 minutes and 20 seconds for Zach. And Zach, question number 1. Okay. Question number 1, let's see if it's a yes or a no. Question number 1, it's a no. Question number 2. Yes, no doubt about it. Question number 3. Question number 3. I'm going to say it's not a yes, it's not a no. It's we're not too sure. Let's go and do a general. Eki, you are up next, my beautiful. Into the general for Zach, we have got over here a little bit of loneliness, a little bit of searching, well, a lot of searching, a lot of loneliness, a lot of being into your world, doing your things, but wanting that much more, wanting so much more, but not quite being able or not quite knowing how to go and get it. That being said, I do feel as though you do have a lot of worries. You are often feeling like you're a little bit left out into the cold, wondering what you should do. Honestly, what you're really looking for here is some type of beginning. I feel like we're looking for a beginning in love. We're dreaming about, we're wanting, we're desiring, but we're willing to do it. We just don't really know how to do it and if it's really the right time. So I feel as though we're a little bit into a waiting game right now. I do feel as though we're holding on. You're holding on to somebody into your life quite dearly, quite strongly over here. But there is a great lack of direction. So we don't really know where any of this is all going. Other than that, I want you to be careful for any type of gossip that might be around you, or anybody who might even try to play manipulative kind of games with you. And I know that you're going to know what I'm talking about with let's be together, let's not be together, so on, so on. This type of manipulation, be very careful about that, sweetie. It is on its way. It is not real. It is not truthful. It is sort of a nasty kind of game, if you will, but it's all about manipulation. So other than that, I'm going to have to say I feel as though there are some changes coming on in for you. Some will be welcomed. Some will be a little bit less unwelcomed, but these challenges are really just going to make you stronger. So part of these challenges is a little bit of that game that's being played. So this is what I've got for you, sweetie, and I will do the poison later on into the live when you're here. Let's go and see Eki. Notes from Link. Yes, the new black and red rose. Absolutely. And I do have some other ones for you too. So I will take a couple out like I usually do, Eki, and I will leave you I will, so you'll know what they are. So we're going to put Eki over here at 10 minutes, a timestamp. Let's go and find out what we've got. Bree is next, Jasmine, Nella, Nellick, Crystal, followed out by Laura. So, the new deck. I am getting over here, I feel alone, I feel into the dark, and we're just kind of wondering, where is the light in all of this? I'm feeling abandoned, and I feel as though I'm triggered by some traumas, often some childhood traumas. I'm feeling somewhat empty, I'm feeling somewhat hollow inside, and I can't really open up right now. I feel as though I've lost a lot of control into my life, and I really just kind of keep messing things up. Let's go and see the blunt deck. I will use the new decks on you at the end so you can remember them. So here we go. I am getting over here. I'm going to be seeing you sooner than you think. Please send me some love, send me some healing, because I am struggling at this moment. I also want you to know that I am trying to listen to myself. I am trying to listen to my guides as best as I can, because I am feeling quite insecure and my head isn't quite clear enough right now to make a decision. Tiny square. I hope you're doing good, by the way, Eki. I hope that you have had a lovely week, sweetie. And voila. Please never give up on us. Please do give me some time. I am sending you some telepathic messages. And yes, I know that you do love me. I want you to know that I do feel your energy. And I do miss you. Let's go to the truthful. You missed a few days. Now you're into all the decks from what I can see. It's all good for you, sweetie. I take every single one of them myself, too. Here we go for the truthful deck. It is time for me to ground myself right now. I feel as though it is time for each of us to ground ourselves. At the same time, I'm feeling myself quite conflicted. I need to find some time for myself. I feel like you need to find some time for yourself, and we need to kind of stay apart, but I really do want to be with you. And I am always thinking of you. I also want you to know that I am lacking some strength into my ego over here. I have never, ever imagined so much perfection, and I feel like the answer to this problem is love is the answer. Key deck. Let's go to the key deck over here. Hello, my beautiful big Cleo, sweetie. How are you feeling today? And thank you. And here we go. I know I cross the line sometimes. I like to take the risk and just kind of see how you might just react. Sometimes I make up whole conversations with you before I've even said a word. When I'm afraid that I'll lose you, I have to pull away so I really don't get hurt. And I catch myself wondering what you look like when you're sleeping. Every romantic movie makes me think about you in a way that I never did before. And then we had the key deck. Yes, that is good. And a little white deck. And then I'm going to introduce you to the two new decks, sweetie. All right, when I return to you, I want it to be for good. I'm working on myself because of you. I hope that one day I can be what you need. I can feel you even though we are apart, but I need some time to heal first. let's move on forward to the new decks. Now, we're going to call this one here the purple one with the red roses, or purple, if you will. I'm tired of running away every time I show my emotions. I love absolutely everything about you. I cannot imagine life without you, and I need you to accept me as I am. And the following one that I do have, I guess we could call it the heart deck, or Cupid, if you will. And here we go. So, endings might just bring in new beginnings. Let's heal the past trauma and let's get over it. I wish that you could understand how I feel. And I do appreciate the love that you've been giving me this whole very time. I am trying to find my way back to you. Aki, I am sending you so much love, my sweetie. I hope that you're doing good, beautiful. And you know what? I had another one over here too. Not that I want to make things. Yeah, I'll keep it for the next time. I have another one too, so next time I will take it on out so I don't confuse it with all these decks. Beautiful Bree. Aki, I'm wishing you a lovely evening, sweetie. Bree, you would like to have a general reading, love, career, money, and social life. And let's go and do that right away. So we are with Bree, Jasmine, Nella, Nelica, Crystal, then Laura. Let me go back into the chat that I have not been following over here. Hello, my beautiful Anastasia. You are going to be after Laura, sweetie. I think Cancer and wife are going to try to work it out. Not sure what they're going to do. That is bad. I'm so sorry, sweetie. Honestly. All right, my beautiful Crystal. It is as you wish, okay, sweetie? Otherwise, I can just say question 1, 2, 3, 4, and, you know, I can go on the list for you. It is really as you wish, okay, Crystal? Okay, so here we go. Big Cleo, thank you, sweetie. Hello, Julie. How are you doing, my beautiful? My day is great. I went to a petting farm today with my kids because it's a petting farm that we go to every once in a while, and they had like new little, how do you call them? They're not sheeps. Anyways, I don't know the name in English. They had new little babies. They had like triplets and stuff, and they're so darn cute. So we went over there today is what we did. So I did actually have quite a good day. My beautiful, how was your day, Julie? No, you did not, Nella Nellick. You are coming up in after I have Jasmine, and then it's you, sweetie. All right, my beautiful Brie, what I'm doing here for you is a little bit of is a little bit over here of a cross, okay? I got you, Crystal. Thank you, beautiful. What I want to say over here is that overall into your life, we're speaking love, career, money, social life. I took out a little bit of a cross to know what's going on altogether, what it is that you need to focus upon. I'm going to say that there is some insecurity over here. I feel as though maybe lately you've been a little bit, or maybe you're always a little bit like this also, a little bit overly sensitive, a little bit fragile sometimes. And I just feel as though sometimes, you know what, at the same time, you just give way too much. You give and you give and you give and you give and you give. So I do want you to be careful that nobody just kind of comes on into your life and tries to take a little bit more than what they should from you, because you do have a really, really big heart. Other than that, I feel as though you have imprisoned yourself into all different kind of thoughts, into all different kind of situations, perhaps. You are making, or not making, you are feeling as though you are caught into a situation that is not necessary onto your behalf. You could release yourself from the situation by liberating yourself. May it be with your thoughts, may it be with your fears, may it be, you know, changing jobs, whatever it is that you are feeling stuck in, that you are not feeling comfortable with. You need to get out of that spot, of that mentality. You need to clear it, because at this moment you're really self-imposing this onto yourself, and so you're kind of limiting yourself. And sometimes there are some negative thoughts. Sometimes we're feeling a little bit helpless or a little bit powerless, but ultimately you have the power to change and to really just be that magician of your life, my sweetie. I'm also getting over here that sometimes with work, there could be a little bit of a struggle to kind of juggle sometimes. Sometimes there's a lot of things kind of going on. Sometimes it's a little bit disorganized. And I feel as though they have, at work anyways, a little bit of an inability to commit to you in a certain way. I feel like you want something more from work, but they're not just quite giving it to you. I'm not going to say they're never going to, but at this moment, I'm going to say work, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's a little less good. Altogether, I feel like there's a certain stability, but you still want a little something more. Other than that, there seems to be somebody over here who is seems to be quite reliable, who seems to be coming on in, who's wanting to offer something to you. May it be a new friendship. There's somebody in here who wants to hold on to you, who feels as though you are important. This seems to be a man. Whoever this is, a couple years older than you are. They seem to have dark hair. And I'm also getting over here that there could be somewhat of a disconnection between family, between friends. There's a little something that is going on that is a little bit unaligned over here, or a little bit unhappy, or disharmony, if you will. So, sweetie, let me know if there's anything else that I can do for you. I am here. Crystal, no, you're not bumped. You're onto the list. You're right after Nella Nellick, sweetie. Crystal, you are not bumped, beautiful. You are exactly where you were, sweetie. Let's go and see our dear friend Jasmine, followed up by Nella Nellick and Crystal. So let's do this like this. And let's go and see over here Jasmine. So my beautiful Jasmine, let's go see how's your yoga sections going to go when you come back from your hometown after your trip. I feel as though they will be good. I feel as though your connection will be there. You're still going to enjoy. You're going to find even more pleasure within these classes. And I feel as though you're going to have attained a certain friendship. I feel like it's just going to be that much easier between you and I, Candy. As for the classes themselves, I feel like you might even have a little bit more of a knowledge. You're just going to feel that much more deeper and more in tune. So you are going to feel quite good whenever you do come back. You're going to feel as though it was entirely worth this whole weekend. And how will Candy's trip to Arizona go when he leaves tomorrow night to spend time on his own, as it's his birthday before the retreat onto the weekend? Will he make it safely and be safe while he's there? I'm going to say yes, and here I go. I see him leaving. This is what he is doing. Ultimately, no problems whatsoever. 10 of Swords. He is going to be having a good time. I feel as though he is going to be happy, and he is going to make it quite safely. So I don't really feel as though there's going to be any problems whatsoever. I do see him being actually quite happy. Should you text him happy birthday? And how is he going to feel? Only curious, right? Now, it's kind of a little bit of a touchy kind of thing because, you know, it's somewhat that, you know, it is still somewhat new, but altogether, I am going to say ultimately over here, should you text happy birthday? I don't feel so. I feel like it's a little bit too soon. You're not quite friends yet. You're going off to do something. If his birthday was after the retreat, I would have said absolutely go for it. Otherwise, it might be a little bit strange. But since it's before and you're not quite at that stage yet, I'm going to say don't do it. It might just kind of, you know, be a little bit off. By the way, my beautiful Nella Nellick, if you want to post your questions, sweetie, you are the following reading. Then it is Crystal. I know, Julie. I'm so excited for you, sweetie. I am so excited. And you also ordered the ukulele? Yes! And it's going to be delivered on Wednesday. Yes, that is so quick. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love. You're going to love that, Julie, honestly. And as you continue to heal yourself and continue to manifest what you want, what are some messages universe would like to give you? Nella Nellick is up next, followed out by Crystal. Then I'm going to need Laura to post her questions, and I will be also with Anastasia. So here we go. I am getting the Hermit. It is important for you. The universe seems to be saying that you need to have this time by yourself. You need to heal. You need to get a little bit of solitude. You need to find that inner work. Ultimately, you do need to go out. You do need to meet new people, but you need to meet them without necessarily being into a relationship with them. You need to have a different type of relationship than the one that maybe you're ultimately seeking. So you need to be by yourself from what I can see over here, and you need to seek out new relations, but more onto a friend type of zone to get that abundance, to get that self-confidence on back. Other than that, you need to listen to your inner voice. You need to listen to the messages that universe and spirit is going to be sending out to you. Be very careful about judgment. Be very careful about what comes to you as thoughts, as judgments about people, or what people might think about you. And ultimately, I'm going to say be careful for love. Be careful for love. Don't jump onto anything too quickly so you don't get hurt, because you're not quite healed yet, sweetie. Let's go and see our dear friend Nella Nellick over here. Thank you, Laura, for posting. And you asked a question about your salsa dance, right? I'm loving, Julie. All right, I'll be with you in a few moments also, sweetie. Nella Nellick, check how my boss, Denise, felt when he got... Your boss did not write back to you yet, sweetie? Because, I mean, you've been stressing about this already for a little while. Let's go see. Crystal, you are up next, followed by Laura, Anastasia, Big Cleo, and Julie. All right, okay. It's taking a little while, isn't it? And Crystal, if you don't mind, I'm going to check the cards and the pendulum, okay, sweetie? I like to validate both. I really do. Because sometimes the pendulum will give a yes or a no, but doesn't necessarily give any information around it. So sometimes it can be a little bit ambiguous. So I like to check both of them. All right. Jasmine. All right, sweetie. Love you, beautiful. I am glad for you. I hope that you are excited and you're slowly getting your bags ready, Jasmine. Here we go. Let's go and find out. Nella Nellick, what happened? Whatever it is that you sent your boss, we are accepting it. I feel as though, I don't know if forgiveness is necessary, but whatever is here, I feel as though we are moving on. We're getting a certain contentment. I'm not seeing any conflict or any obstacles or any challenges. I do feel as though perhaps there could be, though. What I am going to say is perhaps there is something within this email that your boss has not quite understood. I feel as though there's a little bit of a bad communication over here. So there could be a little something that has been misunderstood. Is it bad? Is it horrible? Absolutely not. I do feel as though we will be asking that clarity from you. And I feel as though things are going to be okay. So ultimately, I'm going to say there's absolutely no problem whatsoever. We were, though, surprised. We were surprised to receive this mail. We feel as though it was maybe an impulsive action. We weren't really expecting it. But that being said, we are glad to have received it because it has given us some time to think and to really just, find that right solution, sweetie. So I'm still going to say I don't feel like there's any problem here whatsoever, beautiful. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you, beautiful. Let's go and see our dear friend over here. Let's go and see Crystal now. Here we go, sweetie. I know that you're really, really stressed. We're going to go forward, okay? Hold on. They were finished concrete. Oh my gosh. Oh, sweetie, that is horrible. Okay. Let's go and find this out for you, okay, sweetie? Let's go for it. I hope for you that you get all no's like you mentioned. Let me just open this up and get the questions. All right, I got you. Okay. So we're going to start over here with your very first question. I'm going to start with the cards, and then I'm going to check each one of them with, hello, beautiful Paula, with the pendulum. Here we go. Very first question. We're going to do this with What do I do with this deck? I feel like it is going to be the best one. Okay, so did your husband sell any of those pictures of yours for money, sweetie? Let's go see. Did your husband sell? Okay. All right. Good news for you. First question is a no. I feel as though we have a thought about it though, so it is not a crazy thought that you had whatsoever. I do feel as though we have a thought about it, but we were unable to do it. We were unable to actually go and to make that movement, but the thought that you had was not a crazy one whatsoever. I just feel as though we do love you and we were simply not able to do so. So did your ex-husband sell some of your nude pictures for money? And that is a no, beautiful. Let's go and see your second question. We're going to validate with the pendulum right after. So, question number 2, my beautiful. Hold on just one moment. Okay. Just one moment. And let's go see. Question number 2. Did your ex-husband videotape you guys being intimate and sell it for money? I am so glad that you keep saying ex-husband and ex-husband, because from the sounds of this, it was very, very toxic, sweetie. So did your ex-husband videotape you guys being intimate and sell it for money? 9 of Rods, followed out by the Hermit, also getting our King of Cups. Onto this one, answer is also a no. Answer being a no. I feel as though we did not do it for the reason of we felt that we would get caught. We felt that this was, yes, it would have been good to have that extra money. Yes, we could have found a lot of people who want to buy it. But ultimately, we felt as though we were going to get caught. And at the time, as crazy as it is, because I do kind of feel as though, you know, he was really, really toxic, he did truly love you. And again, that's what stopped him onto this time. So the fact of being caught and the fact that he did love you. So did Crystal's ex-husband videotape them being intimate and sell it for money? Spirit, for the highest good of Crystal, please do let me know if this is a yes or if this is a no. And that is also a no, sweetie. Okay. Has your ex-husband slept with men? Let's go see that one. Oh, Crystal, it is not. Into their mind, they love in such a twisted and horrible and toxic way. Oh, he definitely thought of it, Crystal. There's no doubt about it. He just didn't really want to get caught. So let's go see. What about this one over here, sweetie? Let's continue, my beautiful. Let's continue to cross our fingers and our toes. Has your husband slept with men? 8 of Cups. 5 of Rods. The Moon. Onto this one, I'm going to say a yes onto this one. Has your ex-husband slept with men? I'm going to say a yes. I feel as though we have on one occasion. So yes onto this one. So has Crystal's ex-husband slept with men? And that is a yes. If it's going to help you kind of clear your mind onto this, though, because I know that right now you're wondering a lot of questions. Did he do that while he was with me? And so on, so on, so on. I completely understand. I'm going to say that it is top secret. Nobody knows about it. And this happened when you guys were no longer together, sweetie. Well, let's go and see your other one over here. You knew that one, didn't you, sweetie? Oh, Nella Nellick. Yes, give me just one moment. I will do that, okay? The next one, for YouTube reasons, I will not say it out loud, okay? But you know which one it is, okay? It is the one that follows that has to do with underaged people, okay, sweetie? So let's go for that one. It's the only one that I will not say out loud. So, has your ex-husband done anything of the such? I'm going to have to say onto this one a no. But I am going to say that he has thought about it. So it's a no, but he's thought about it. Never put any action towards anything. Okay. So for this one, it is a no. But it's not because we didn't think about it. It's not because we didn't want to. With your ex-husband, there seems to be quite, how could I say, an issue with being caught. We're really, really afraid of being caught all the time from what I can see. I know. He is, no doubt about it, sweetie. Probably, let me ask for you if he was watching that, sweetie. I'm going to do it in my mind, okay? Okay, on to watching it, I'm going to say a yes. You're right onto that one. Let me go and see your following question. When you fell down the entire flight of stairs at work, were you pushed? Okay. I'm getting over here our Emperor. I'm getting our Hanged Man, followed out by our Page of Pentacles. I am going to have to say over here a no onto this one. I do not feel as though you were, sweetie. So I'm going to say a no for the when Crystal fell down the entire flight of stairs at work. Was Crystal pushed? And for that, I'm getting a no. As for your final question, I don't, if any of these are pertaining to you, are you going to get justice? I'm going to say, I'm not going to answer that one because nothing seems, there's a lot of thoughts, there's a lot of wants, there's, wants to sell the pictures, there's wants about the tapes. The husband did sleep with other people, other men, but he was no longer with you. Watching, videos about, underage people and stuff, that did happen also, but not, related to you. So I'm going to say over here, I feel as though justice has most likely not been done, not been good for you, because I don't believe that we can ever erase every single horrible thing that he has done for you. I feel like the best thing is that you are gone. You must stay far away from this person as possible, and you need to cut his energy off as much as possible. These are all horrible things. Really, I am really, really glad that you're okay. And I'm glad that we didn't have anything that, that you had to go and seek out some justice on, you know, anything of you out there into the net or anything, sweetie. So, Crystal, I'm sending you the biggest hug into the world. So much love. I am so glad that you are good. I'm so glad that you are okay. I'm glad that you got out of this. Good for you. A lot of women, I'll say men also, don't get out of it. So good for you, sweetie. Exactly. It's what you've got to do. All right, my beautiful IG. Hello, my sweetie. It is so nice to see you, lovely. I am so glad that you're glad, IG. Crystal, sending you so much love, my beautiful you. Let me know if there's anything else that I can do for you, okay? Let's go and see our dear friend over here, Laura. Hold on for Laura. Okay, so actually we're not going to go see Laura. We're going to go and see Amy. Let's go see what's up with Amy over here. All right. I don't know if Amy is here. Let's put a timestamp just in case. And I don't know. Are you here, Amy? Let me know if you are. And oh, actually, before I go to see Amy, I want to know with the pendulum over here, Nella Nellick. You wanted to know something, and I said I was going to check it out. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on just one moment. I said I was going to check it out. Let me just go find out what it was I had to check out. Oh, that's it. Can I ask a pendulum? Will he respond? Here we go for Nella Nellick before I move over to Amy. Amy, please do let me know if you are into the live at this moment. So I want to know for Nella Nellick, will the boss, will Denise respond? I'm getting a no over here, so perhaps we will not actually respond to you. Perhaps you need to contact into another kind of way, or you need to wait until you guys actually meet up. I don't feel as though we're necessarily going to be reaching on out to you about it, though. So this is what I'm seeing. We're not going to respond back at this moment. I kind of feel like we're going to be waiting upon you, Nella Nellick. Amy, sweetie, let's just validate if you are here to begin with. Amy is here. That is perfect. Crystal, you say you're still scared that he's going to pop up, right? You know that he's a broken soul and you tried to save him. That's what beautiful women always do, honestly. But I am going to say over here that, you know what? You need to stay as far away as possible. Don't try to sell. Don't try to save anybody, sweetie. You're never able to save anybody. Only, you know, somebody else can save themselves. So try to be okay with this. Try to move on. Find your happiness. And just, I'm so glad you're away, sweetie. I really, really am. Nella Nellick. Yes. Can I check what boss thinks about you after email? Yes, I can do that. I'll do it right away. Okay, Nella Nellick, for you before I move over to Amy, because I know you've got to get to bed, sweetie. We still, you know, I know that you're here, so I don't need to put a timestamp, I don't believe. I'm going to answer you right away, Nella. So what does your boss think about you after the email? Amy, I am on my way towards you in just one moment. Anastasia, followed out by Big Cleo, and Julie, followed by Paula. I definitely can, Laura. No problem about it, sweetie. All right, let's go see Nella Nellick. So, what do we think about you after the email, right? I'm getting over here the Chariot, followed out by the Two of Wands. I feel as though we're contemplating. We're contemplating the decision that it is that we need to do. I don't feel as though we're thinking about anything that is quite badly of you. Honestly, I feel as though we're looking at options. We're looking at different possibilities with you. I honestly do not see anything bad whatsoever. Everything that I'm seeing here is positive. We're wondering, you know, how to move on forward, how to progress within all of this. So definitely over here, hello, my beautiful Patricia. You are in Vegas having fun, aren't you? All right, so let's go and see over here, sweetie. There's nothing bad. We're not thinking anything bad about you whatsoever. Honestly, I feel as though we really do wish the very best for you. I feel as though we would like to offer something to you over here. And I feel as though we would like to have some type of progress. So ultimately, there's no bad feelings. There's nothing bad. There's nothing of the such. I feel as though if we're able to help you into any kind of way, we would be willing to do so. No, I do not believe so, sweetie. No, I don't see anything negative whatsoever. I feel as though we're looking, you know, at different possibilities. I'm seeing nothing but positive things here, Nella, like nothing else, sweetie. Patricia, he doesn't want to see your sexiness by the pool, does he? All right, I've got you, beautiful Paula, also, sweetie. So let me move on forward over here to Amy. Nella, like I say, go to bed, sweetie. Have yourself some beautiful, sweet dreams. Do not worry. Things are going to be just okay, okay? He's going to be okay. Well, you're going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. Let's go and see. Moving over to Amy. Where's my beautiful Amy? There she is. Here we go. Amy, honestly, you know how we're always looking, saying that we're kind of holding on, but we're not really holding on, and so on, so on, so on. But we still kind of want to hold on because we don't want to lose. I kind of feel like this is what is going on, Amy. We don't want to lose a home. We don't want to lose, you know, ego and all of it kind of going together. I kind of feel as though the wife is playing manipulative kind of games over here where, you know what, I'm just going to go and I'm going to tell you I am going to get a divorce. I'm going to move on forward with it if you don't change and you don't cut everybody off, right? I kind of feel like this is the game that she's playing because even, what was it, a day or two after she was gone out and they were having dinner together, family dinner, was that Father's Day or something? Seriously, this is not well, Amy. So Cancer and wife into the following 6 months. I am getting over here the Sun, followed out by the Ace of Wands, wanting to create something, wanting something better. But at the same time, I'm getting over here 3 of Swords. I'm still getting that third party that seems to be into the way. And so I kind of feel as though the relationship, they might try to work on it a little bit. They might. Yes, I'm not going to say no. They might. Actually, they will. The Sun followed out by the Ace of Wands. But ultimately, our 4 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, followed out by a 4 of Swords, is a definite no. We're not going to be able to get rid. We're not going to be able to forget about that third party. The energy is still going to be there. I don't feel as though Cancer is going to forget about Amy, so I kind of feel like it's really difficult. We're just kind of prolonging the whole process altogether. But will they try? They will. Will they actually be able to do it? At this moment, with the energy that I have, it's a definite no. Amy and Cancer, 6 months. Amy and Cancer into the following 6 months. What do we got? Amy and Cancer. Page of Pentacles, followed out by our 6 of Swords. Amy is going to think about walking away because Amy is going to be making some money. Amy has a lot of talent and Amy is going to be a little bit pissed by all of this. I kind of feel like we want to explore, we want to discover, and we just kind of want to move on. Ultimately, sweetie, if this stays as it is, I feel as though Cancer and wife are trying to work onto the relationship and it will fail. And in the meanwhile, I feel as though Amy is walking away for a final closure. And will Cancer move out by or in August? And Cancer's intentions with Amy and wife. Will Cancer move out by or end August? And I will validate with a pendulum these questions right after. Whatever I can validate within these. So, will Cancer move out by or in August? 9 of Pentacles, reverse. Ace of Pentacles, also. Justice, it's a no. Not moving on out. Cancer's intentions with Amy. And I'm sorry, my beautiful Amy, because I know that these are not the answers that you're seeking. I know that you are preparing for them. I know that you're working on it. I know that you're doing other things, trying to change your mind, but they are still not what you were expecting. Cancer and Amy over here. Six of Swords. Amy is leaving. Second time, Amy leaving into the cards over here with Cancer. You're choosing family. You're choosing loving. You're choosing to find your peace. You're choosing abundance and joy. You're choosing your own very power. You need to change your life. You need to change things into it in order to attain what you do desire. And I feel as though Cancer just doesn't really fit into it anymore. Cancer's intentions with wife and Cancer's intentions with Amy. Now, I saw that Amy was leaving Cancer. What about Cancer? Is Cancer still holding on? Well, Cancer is not quite there, which is most likely why Amy is going to be moving on. Cancer is really trying to seek for joy onto his own side, trying to fix things, trying to avoid the Tower moment. So I feel like this is one of the reasons also why Cancer is, well, Amy is going to be walking away from Cancer. Now, how about Cancer's intentions with wife, now that we know what he wants with Amy? Cancer's intentions with wife, trying to protect, trying to believe into the future, trying to change things, change what was wrong. Still not ultimately believing that there is going to be some success, not knowing how we're going to be able to do it, but still being into that stagnant position of wanting a change, but wanting to try to fix. So we're working on it is what we're doing into our intentions. Let me validate these questions with our pendulum. And Anastasia, by the way, you are going to be coming on up. You are the following reading, followed out by our beautiful Julie. Let me just go back in over here to our dear PayPal to go and get your questions, my beautiful. All right. Let's do this. And let's go and find this out. So, hold on. Okay. Just one moment. It is playing games with me. Alrighty, so here we go. Well, let's go and find out. Let's validate these questions over here with our pendulum, sweetie. So we do want to know, first of all, actually the only one that I do have over here is in regards to if he is going to be moving on out. So I'm going to ask a couple extra little questions over here in it for you, okay? So what I do ultimately want to know over here is, will Cancer move out by the month of August? Will Cancer move out of his house by the month of August? And that is a no. Will it be into the month of August? Also a no. Does Cancer love Laura? Does Cancer love Laura? Spirit, please do let me know for the highest good of Laura. Of Amy. Let's go and find out for Amy. We also want to know over here, does Cancer love the wife? Does Cancer love the wife? Also, does Cancer love Amy? Does Cancer want to be with Amy? How does Cancer want to be with wife? Will Cancer try to make things work out with wife? Will Cancer leave Amy? Oh, that is a no. Will Amy leave Cancer? Will Amy leave Cancer? And I'm getting somewhat of a maybe over here, sweetie. It is not quite a yes, and it is not quite a no, my beautiful. All right, Amy, I am sending you so much love, my sweetie. A lot of decisions, a lot of things need to kind of just go on by, I guess, right? And not that I can see at this moment, my beautiful Amy. Oh, Patricia, look at that. He was very cute. Not going to call, though. It was nice, though, to flirt, wasn't it? Oh, I like that. Yeah, you're a good girl. You like to act naughty, Patricia, but you are good. You're a good kind of naughty kind of thing, aren't you? Let's go and see. I have Julie followed out by Anastasia, so let's go and figure this out over here. Both, Laura, both, sweetie. But he doesn't want to lose what he's got with wife. This is why he wants to keep both going on, which is why he never really truly planned on leaving the wife. Julie, no. Actually, you know what? Julie, you are absolutely right. It's not your turn. I love you, but it's not your turn. You are right. I'm actually going to go and see over here Big Cleo. Then it is you, and then it is Anastasia. You're absolutely right, Julie. I'm so sorry. Big Cleo, my beautiful you. Let's go and find out what we've got. So we're going to put a timestamp. I know. Yes, lay down the street and freak under the sheets or into the I would say even into the backyard. Patricia is our beautiful naughty lady. Let's go see. Let me answer that for you, beautiful Amy. Thank you, Julie. You're so sweet. You're more on the ball than I am. Seriously. And I did mention I did. And I had notes onto a paper, and I thought, oh no, okay, Julie is first, going to see Big Cleo. Yeah, no, I got both of you guys in first. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Julie, for putting me back where I'm supposed to be. My beautiful Amy, are you going to be, I'm going to say a yes. I am going to say a yes. It's going to be very sneaky. It's going to be very quick, but I'm going to say a yes. Is it, Julie? Honestly? My dear gosh. That is it. That is what it is. All right, so I got you, Big Cleo. Let's go for it. No timestamp necessary. Is Pisces going to contact you to reconcile? Hello, my beautiful Libra love. It is nice to see you, sweetie. How are you feeling? You had a feeling, didn't you, Amy? I feel as though the ego is really strong into this. It happens often, beautiful Amy. It does, into third parties. Honestly, they rarely do work out, sweetie. We have too much to lose onto one side. Beautiful Big Cleo, will Pisces contact you to reconcile as his girlfriend after reading your messages to him and when? Okay, so will Pisces contact you to reconcile as his girlfriend after reading your messages to him? All right, let's go and see this, my beautiful you. What do we've got? It is a yes or it is a no. Hey, it's beautiful. Seriously, Big Cleo. Page of Wands, wanting to create. Nine of Pentacles, wanting happiness. Ten of Cups, wanting it ultimately with you. Honestly, this is the most beautiful reading that I have done with you and a Pisces into the following week. The only thing that I still have that's a little bit off over here is over here. Hello, my beautiful Alexis, sweetie, is my Two of Cups. My Two of Cups is kind of bothering me, honestly. My Two of Cups is into the reverse position. It's not bothering me all that much because I do know that we still have approximately 2 weeks before he actually, does that reconciliation. So altogether, I am going to say over here, it is a yes. There is absolutely no doubt about it over here, Big Cleo. There is that will, there is that want. So is Pisces going to contact you to reconcile as his girlfriend after reading, the message? Yes, and yes, sweetie. Let's go and validate. But we still need a little bit of time, right? So, will Pisces over here contact Big Cleo as his girlfriend after reading the messages, and when? So, is this a yes, Spirit? Please do let me know. Is this a yes or a no for Pisces contacting Big Cleo as his girlfriend? Will Pisces contact Big Cleo as his girlfriend? When will this be done? When? In which month? Please do let me know the month, Spirit. Spirit, please do enlighten us onto the month. Month of July. Which week into the month of July, please, Spirit? All right, I'm getting over here around the 3rd week of July, my beautiful. So, the 3rd week of July, it's a yes onto this one. Yeah, the Two of Cups in reverse. It's about offering love, but it's being on pause about doing so, sweetie. So ultimately what we have over here is when we do have it on up into the upward position, we're getting some love, we're getting some offering, we're getting a known, I'm contacting you and I'm saying, I love you. I want to be with you. I'm offering my love to you. So ultimately at this moment, we're not offering our love towards you, but our wants and our intentions are to create, are to have that happiness with you. And ultimately we're getting that 10 of Cups, which is intentions of being together, having family, having a grounding, having a home, having that happiness. Ultimately, it's what we want. It's a long-term commitment, beautiful relationship card, one of the most beautiful ones that you can get. So ultimately, the only thing that is standing into the way over here is that we're still a little bit upset. So we're not quite ready to offer you that girlfriend relationship again yet. But we do need a little bit of time. But ultimately, everything else is into the yes. So we just need a little bit more time. You say, what? You promised no more questions about Jeff, but got to get it out of your system? Oh, no. I'm going to say, like Lilith, do not apologize, sweetie. You can ask me the exact same question, or you can ask me about Jeff every single night if you want, my beautiful. I will answer you. And you know what? Maybe the answers sometimes will differ because energies do change. So do not feel bad about it whatsoever. If you feel like you must talk about it, then it must be said. Big Cleo, will Pisces and you meet up by this month? And will you guys be intimate? Cards and Pendulum. Let's go and figure that out. So let's go and see this over here. Let's go over here also. And Julie over here is going to be the following one. So that one is open. So here we go. All right, at this moment, is Pisces, and are you going to meet up? Are you going to be intimate? Meeting up, yes. Intimate, I'm still going to have to say no onto this one, sweetie. I feel as though we're thinking about it. I feel as though we want to offer it, but I feel like when we're actually going to be meeting up to have that reconciliation is going to be around the end of the month. Unless you're having some spontaneous, makeup sex, I'm going to have to say it's going to be pushed on over to the beginning of the following month. We are thinking about it, we are wanting it, but at the same time we're thinking that, you know what, it's really not quite a good moment at this time. We need to have that reconciliation, and once the reconciliation is done, yes, you are going to become the girlfriend again, you will become unblocked again, but we still do need to iron out some details. I feel as though physiologically speaking, he's not all that functional if everything is not kind of out into the clear. So as much as you guys will be back together, we're still going to have a little bit of a talk before we're really, open and wanting, that intimate sexual relationship. So I'm going to say it's most likely going to come either at the end of July or beginning of August. So this is what I'm getting over here. So meet up, yes, no doubt about it. Sex, not right away. Either at the end or beginning of August. Let me go and validate. Your third question. Oh, yeah, you just put one there. Absolutely, Big Cleo. Absolutely, sweetie. I was wondering. Yeah, sure thing, sweetie. So, well, Pisces and Big Cleo meet up this month. And that is a yes. And will they be intimate together this month? Will they be intimate into the following month? Will they be intimate into the month of August? Will Big Cleo and Pisces be intimate into the month of August? So this is what I'm seeing over here, sweetie. Let me go and answer your other question. Will he choose you over his estranged wife into the end? Let's start off with the pendulum because I already do have it, and we'll pull out the cards onto that one, sweetie. So I want to know for Big Cleo, will Pisces choose Big Cleo over the estranged wife? And that is a yes. Yes, yes, and yes, my beautiful. All right, let me go and validate it with the cards, my sweetie. Let's go over here. Beautiful Anastasia, not quite, sweetie. We had a little bit of a backup at first. I have Julie, and then I have you, sweetie. So you are coming up. I have one more person ahead of you, sweetie. So here we go. Let's go and find this out. Is he going to choose Big Cleo over his estranged wife into the end? I am getting over here that we are going to choose over here. Here we go with our lovers. The choice has been made. We are going to have our strength. We are going to use it. We're going to be jumping on in. And we are actually going to be quite happy about this. So there's absolutely no doubt about it. My beautiful, it is a yes for you, sweetie. So a good ending, beautiful. Let me know, Big Cleo, if there's anything else I can do for you. Sending you so much love, my lovely. And that is a little bit redundant, eh? Sending you so much love, beautiful. Let's go and see our dear friend, Julie. On Big Cleo, I wish you the most lovely day, sweetie, if I do not speak to you again today. Julie, here we go, sweetie. For your questions over here, I'll do all of them at the same time. Also, after Julie, I'm moving over to Anastasia, followed out by Paula. After Paula, I will be with Patricia and Libra Love. So here we go. Thank you, Big Cleo. So let's go for it. Here you go, Julie. General reading for the coming week. Absolutely. And you kind of want to send them out, right? All right. Are you taking these cute pictures for like future relationships or apps? Here, Julie. Let's go and see, sweetie. We always kind of take cute pictures for a reason, don't we? There's got to be a reason behind this, Julie. And yes, I think the whole idea of wanting to send it is perfect. And I kind of feel like I want to write on bottom of it, look what you're missing, right? But no, let's not do that. Not a good idea. That is just kind of vengeance and anger that is speaking within that. I know. It is so exciting. Honestly, a ukulele nonetheless. My gosh, you say that you're not talented, but I would not even have thought, nowhere into a million years would I have thought of, going out and buying that instrument. Never, ever, ever. So you got to have some hidden talent, sweetie. You're just being very, how could I say, anyways, you're being very secretive about your talents, I think. Oh, well, that's a post on social media. Okay. Because you know that M watches your social media. I get you, sweetie. So I say post it all over the place. Yes. Go out, have some fun. Post the pictures out too, sweetie. Let him know that you do not need him in order to be happy, and you'll see him running right back to you. That could be a new tactic. Yes. So let's go and see this general reading for the coming week. What do we've got? I am getting over here. Oh, sweetie, here we go. You're a little bit sad. Love-wise, you are. I'm getting, that there's delays. You're a little bit bored by the whole situation with M. And, my reading over here is a general reading, but love is in it. So I got to speak about it. There's a little bit of suffering, a little bit of heartbreak kind of going on over here. But you know what? You're resting. And this is exactly what you're doing. You're resting. You're recovering. You are retreating. What are you doing? From those swords that have been picked into this ground, you are making beautiful and blossoms of flowers and tulips and roses. You are blossoming blossoming from this experience. You are taking it and you're making it so much better. So good for you, Julie, for doing so. While doing so, you are getting and you are gaining emotional maturity. You are gaining more security. You are being less vulnerable. That being said, a certain stability is coming on in for you. You might do a little extra spending, which, you know, salsa class, ukulele, and so on. But you know what? It is all good. I do need you to know that M is playing it safe right now. This is exactly what M is doing. He's got some really bad planning about doing it safe, but it is what he is doing. You, on your side, you're just kind of moving ahead, sweetie. I do feel as though with these pictures and so on, if you keep on posting them, M is going to be jealous of you. Work-wise, I'm going to say not too much really changing. I kind of feel as though things are going to be mostly stable. So, honestly, into your general reading, work, stable, social life, great, happy. You are recovering. You're moving on forward. And what you seem to be doing is making M kind of jealous. Interesting, isn't it? And you say, how would he feel or react if you send these pictures to him? Ooh la la. Yeah, you are naughty, all right, but I would feel the exact same way, Julie. Let's go see how he would feel. I think he, you know, I don't know. Let's go see. Thank you, Patricia and Ashley. I know, right? You're happy, whole, and complete already. You like this week, don't you? I think this week is going to be absolutely perfect for you. We will definitely leave you a timestamp, Patricia. We know that you are into, you know, the party zone. Many things might happen. Thank you, Lilith. All right. The readings will go till 11 tonight, guys, by the way, just to confirm. So let's go and find out. How would he feel if you sent those pictures out, right? He's going to feel as though you're trying to create, you know, a little bit of conflict, a little bit of competition over here. I feel as though he would definitely accept these pictures, no doubt about it. He would absolutely love them. But at the same time, he'd be a little bit confused about the whole thing because he did say that he did want to be somewhat friends, right? So he's going to feel as though you're a little bit playing games. You're a little bit trying to make him jealous, which is actually somewhat true, but we don't really want him knowing that. So I say let's not send the pictures out because we might create a little bit of a conflict. You might be a little bit questioning some things. What is on M's mind regarding you today? And was he thinking about you? It's kind of hard not to ask questions about M, right? I know. But it's okay. M is there. M is into your mind. M is into your spirit. You have not let go of M yet. So it is normal that you still do have questions about M. But you know what? You have other questions that are not related to M. So you are doing quite the effort. You have some, but a lot of them are really about you. That's perfect. As for what's going on in M's mind today, have we been thinking about you? I'm going to say a yes, but I feel as though we're into a lot of a mode of emotional maturity. I feel as though we're moody. I feel like we don't really know how to focus onto our ideas, onto our thoughts, onto our feelings. We're feeling a little bit withdrawn. We're feeling a little bit like ghosting. Can you imagine that? So if you feel as though because we're a little bit withdrawing, we're a little bit being onto the side, well, this is it. He is feeling kind of repressed right now. His subconscious is playing games on him. He is hiding. He is blocking his feelings. And at some point, there is going to be a turning point over here where we're going to start looking ahead. Hopefully, when he does look ahead, it's not going to be too late. So this is what he is actually thinking about today, sweetie. And let me go and see your other questions over here. Hold on. Let's go over here. Will you make some good long-term friends at salsa class? I hope so, sweetie. I truly do. Let's go and see. It is such fun. So are you going to make some good long-term friends at salsa dance class? All right, my beautiful, I am going to say good long-term friends, not quite right away. You know what? Not right away. You're going to make some good, you're going to have some good, how can you say, acquaintances. You're going to enjoy going to the salsa class. You're going to have a lot of great fun, but I feel as though the good friends or the longer term friends are coming on in at the following session. So if you do the following session, which I do believe you will be doing, that is where you're actually going to become more friends. And I feel as though there's going to be different people who are going to be attending that class that you're going to be able to connect with a little bit more. So you're going to be making into this session some good acquaintances. It's going to be fun. It's going to be enjoyable. You're going to see some of these people again into the following class, but they're ultimately not the ones that you are going to necessarily be good friends with into the following one. So I'm going to say mostly is happening with the following session, sweetie. And let's go over here. All right. Yeah, I know. Seriously, right? Kind of feeling ghosted over here. I know, Watson, right? Is that not perfect for Julie? I love it. Yes, that's what I mean. The next level classes, sweetie. Exactly. So the following session, if you will. This one, I think you said had like 7 classes or so. So it's going to be the one after. It is my pleasure. Julie, would you like to have some messages from M or not? You let me know, okay? If you want some, I'll give you some. If you don't, I won't. Just say yes or no. And into the meanwhile, as you answer yes or no, I'm going to start off with Anastasia. Anastasia, I got some new decks for you, sweetie. Let's put a little bit of a timestamp. I don't know if Anastasia is here at 1:16. I am trying to find my way to you at this moment. I do want you to know that, hold on. Sometimes I feel bad for not really kind of reaching on out, for not always really kind of being there, right? All right, Julie, I got you. Just one moment. I will give that to you. Oh, absolutely, sweetie. I want you to know also that as time goes by, you and me, we will have a happy ending if we both love with honesty and beautiful empathy. You are the soul that I have been looking for. Open your heart. Things are really just not all that bad. Oh, Paula, you're up next, sweetie. You're up next. I've got you. Challenges are supposed to bring us stronger and a stronger bond. Don't lose faith because good things are ahead for us. Your energy absolutely heals me. Oh, I know, Julie, but still, we want to know, right? We want to know. Just a couple. A couple is not going to hurt anybody. Let's continue over here. So, you know what? I said we'll put a time. Oh, there's Anastasia. Ha ha ha. I cannot quite express myself. I want you to know that I do want to be different with you. I want you to know that I can be that man that you want. I am ultimately scared of rejection. Emotions, they overwhelm me. I am feeling lonely right now. It is dark without you. And let's move on forward now to this little deck because it is lovely. So yes, then I'm finishing up with our beautiful Julie. Moving on forward to Paula, to Patricia, and to Libra Love. I don't always feel quite good enough for you. You are my first thought when I wake up and my last thought before I fall asleep. I want you to know that you are my other half. I want to kiss you. I am hiding my true feelings. And why don't we finish up with the Truthful deck? Please do let me have you. I want you to know that I am manifesting you. Please give me time. I have never felt this way before. I want you to know that I am coming. Please do trust me. But I do need a little bit more time. Beautiful Anastasia, I am sending you so much love, my sweetie. As for my beautiful over here, Julie, let's go to this one over here. I want to tell you how I feel, but I'm afraid that I might just ruin everything. I am constantly distracted by thoughts of you when I should actually be doing other things. It is my pleasure, Anastasia. Thank you, sweetie. Thinking about our future gives me goosebumps. I've saved pictures of you to look at when I need to see your face. How interesting, because we were just talking about pictures. I look in the mirror and I wonder what you think might really be all that attractive about me. Everything changed in my world the day that we met. And let's go to this little cutie little one over here that we never use with you. I just want to reach out for you now. I want to say I'm sorry for breaking your trust. Being fair and deep understanding is going to balance our relationship. I am so confused about us for now. My head is full of cloudy thoughts. I am unconsciously pulled to you, kind of like magnets. They are, aren't they? I know, sweetie. They're adorable. Take those and put them close to your heart, my beautiful Julie. Sending you so much love, sweetie. I am so glad you let me know. You say on Wednesday ukulele is arriving. I can't wait to hear peace. I think you should send me a video with you playing ukulele. I promise I will keep it, absolutely private. Let's go and see our dear friend Paula, who's very worried. We're going to forget about her over here. Let's just go make sure everything is good in PayPal, and everything is. So, Paula, you would like to know anything that you need to know. All right, let's start off with anything that you need to know. Thank you, Julie. So, yes, Paula, Patricia, Libra, and Alexis. Sorry. Okay, I got you. And then send me one. Okay, if you're feeling comfortable. If you're not, heck, don't do it, sweetie. I would not send you, me singing. So I get you. But yes, when you're feeling comfortable, please do so. I'm sure you're very talented. Good night, beautiful Julie. So let's go and see for Paula. General reading, anything that you need to know. What is it that you need to know over here? You need to know that positive changes are coming on in for you. That improvement is also going to be coming on up. You need to know that you need to find over here that emotional control. And this is the main thing that you need to look for, Paula. Honestly, you need to find that control. You need to find that balance. You need to find over here somebody who's going to love you, somebody who's going to be compassionate, somebody who's going to be generous, somebody who's going to be supportive. I feel as though right now it is about reaching on out to friends, to people that you love, people that you care, to try and get as much information, as much love, and as much support as you can. Because ultimately, you need to distract yourself from what is going on. You need to distract yourself from the setbacks. I feel as though altogether over here, You are, you know, kind of thinking, wondering what you're going to do with this relationship. But you're going to find a new perspective. You're going to face your fears. And you know what? I feel as though contentment and wishes coming on true. So Leo is still coming right back in. How is, and let me go and see and validate this question. You picked up your stuff at her house. She wasn't home, right? So, will Leo, ex-Leo girlfriend, return with Paula? And that is a yes. So, let's go and see what the cards, how is ex-Leo feeling and thinking? Okay, I'm getting over here hidden agendas. She is hiding her feelings. She's not really talking. She's feeling quite anxious, quite hopeless. She wants to, and here's her king. Here she is. Here's your manipulative, beautiful Leo who is here into the reading. She wants back with you. She just doesn't know how to get back towards you, sweetie. So she's going to leave a little bit more time go on by. She's really, really feeling fatigued. She's feeling, you know, tired about all of this. And she just really wants all of it to end. She wants to return with you. Yes, let me go and validate over here if she wants to return to you. So I want to know, does Paula's ex-Leo girlfriend still love Paula? Ultimately a yes. Will she return to Paula? Will the ex-Leo girlfriend return to Paula? That is a yes. Is she presently manipulating Paula? Also a yes. So I'm going to say over here, sweetie, be ready. Leo is coming back into your life, sweetie. Patricia in Vegas, you're having fun, taking a break. Let's put a timestamp for Patricia at 1:26, please. 1:26 for Patricia's both questions. So, how is A? Yeah, you sent him a message and it was kind of short, right, with that message? My dear gosh. Yeah, you know, ultimately he could have just been there with you, couldn't he? Hello, my beautiful Anna Lennon. Thank you, sweetie. So, let's go see. Don't send this nonsense, right? Honestly. All right. She is thinking about returning to you, Paula, is what the reading was saying. She is thinking about returning towards you. She is feeling anxious. She is tired about all of this. She just really wants to return to you, but she needs more time to pass on by. You did ask that question, but I asked it too. You just need to go back and listen to it, sweetie. You're still there, Patricia. All right. So, King of Swords followed on out by our Knight of Wands. Also getting over here our Seven of Pentacles followed on out by our Queen. Obviously over here, you know what? He is just not really liking what is going on whatsoever. Why? Because he's not there. He's not there having fun with you. He's not there doing that great party. And he's ultimately afraid that you're going to end up sleeping with somebody else. Ultimately, if you wanted to, you could, right? You even received that number. So there's no doubt about it. He is just afraid. He's afraid of closures and endings. He's afraid that you're going to find somebody else who's going to give you what he is not giving you at this moment. And this is why he replied to you what is going on. So how is A at this moment? I'm going to say A, not too good. I am actually going to say over here that A is, I'm not going to say upset. I'm going to say anxious. I'm going to say we don't really know why, you know, he doesn't really know why you sent that video on out, because he just didn't want to go. And I don't feel like he wanted to be kind of messed up into all that. I don't feel like it's really his social type of activity. And I feel as though he's feeling really, really anxious. And this is why he thought that he would send you this type of message. That being said, he's lucky that you do react into the way that you do. And you don't just kind of, you know, have some type of revenge into the other side. Because this could play into a completely different way if you were not the way that you were. So yes, he is absolutely kind of silly over here. Honestly, sweetie. So he's afraid that you're going to end up sleeping with somebody else. So he would just prefer for the whole weekend to just obviously be completely finished and you be back home where he knows where you are, what you're doing, and there's no partying, there's no sexy dress, no sexy bathing suits, and nothing really going on. So I'm going to say ultimately he is really, really silly, sweetie, but he is really anxious and he's really afraid. So this is kind of why he was kind of short with his answer. And you say, does he know anyone from the Magic Mike show? A few guys were flirting with you. Does he know anyone? Should he be knowing anybody from there, sweetie? I don't know. Let's go see. Does he know anybody from that? So does he know anybody from the Magic Mike show? I know, Patricia, you would never, but into his mind, even if you would not never, you know, my gosh, you know, temptation is there, and sometimes temptation is really, really difficult to say no to. So, does he know anybody from the Magic Mike show? I don't know what kind of magical things Mike had for you, sweetie. Is Mike the one who had something for you? I'm ultimately going to say over here that I do not feel as though he does, sweetie. So I'm going to say a no onto that one. He does not know anybody from it. I know, beautiful Patricia, I know, but he can still be afraid. He can still be very doubtful and be afraid because obviously he's not really giving you, you know, what he should be giving you. So I get that he could be afraid about this, sweetie. Patricia, oh, that's why, because he used to live there for a few years. I don't feel as though he knows anybody from there, sweetie. My beautiful Patricia, I am going to send you so much love. I am going to say, you know what? You go, you have as much fun, forget about A for the whole weekend, and I'm not saying to go and do naughty things. Well, yes, but not necessarily with anybody else. I'm just saying, go out, have the greatest fun ever, sweetie, and when you get back home, let's see what A has to think about all of this. Hello, Susan. Nice to see you. It was so nice to see you this weekend, my beautiful Patricia. Come on in. I am so glad that you're having such a great time. Libra love. Any info on your connection with Giorgio? What is going on with Giorgio? Let's go find out for Libra love. Alexis is up next, followed by Ashley. So, any info on your connection with Giorgio? It is nice to see you're beautiful, Susan. So, I am getting over here a connection with Giorgio. 4 of Pentacles. 2 of Swords, followed by our 9 of Swords and our 3 of Wands. A lot of anxiousness, decisions that need to be made, but still holding on to you, but not really looking towards the future. So I'm going to say over here, Libra love, sweetie. Ultimately, what I am going to say is we're still holding on to you. We have not given up on you whatsoever. I still feel as though our ultimate decision has not yet been made. It has been stressing us out. We have had a lot of, you know, issues with it. We're just kind of toying, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But ultimately, I don't feel as though we're ready to give you the type of commitment that you want at this moment. So we're still kind of staying a little bit aside. So I'm going to say no movement for the moment, sweetie. My good news is that we're still kind of playing with the idea of being together or not, and we're still holding on to you. So there is still some beautiful positive, but we're still into the great unknown. No decision has been made here, sweetie. I'm so sorry, my beautiful Libra love. Paula, I did read, sweetie. I read everything that you wrote, but I do have to say that you know, I know that you're very anxious. I know that that's into your personality, sweetie, and I know that's how you are, but I kind of feel as though you need to leave things go with the flow. You just need to let it go. You need to find your happiness, because ultimately she is going to be back. She does the same thing to you approximately every 2 to 3 weeks. So I feel like it's the same thing going on again. Alexis, beautiful. You just want to know if Jeff read your text messages and how did he feel afterwards. You're just hoping that he is regretful, right? You secretly want him to feel in balance as he made you feel. All right, you know what? I'm definitely going to have to say, I hope that you did manage to do that. Not that I want any bad karma going on to anybody, but you know what? When somebody hurts you into such a way and finally ends up doing something like that, I definitely have to say he kind of deserves it, sweetie. So let's go see for our beautiful Alexis over here, followed by Ashley and Annalyn. Oh no, Patricia. Sweetie, I was saying that you need to go out. You need to go have fun, my beautiful Patricia. You know, ultimately, he's afraid. He's afraid that you are simply going to, you know, sleep with somebody else. And he does not know anybody from that magic show, sweetie. Ultimately, that was your last part of the reading, I believe. And I was saying to go out, have some fun as much as you can. Forget about A for the weekend, but don't do too many naughty things. And when you come back, let's check and see how he's feeling about all of this. Alexis, did Jeff read your text messages? Yes. How do we feel about it? I'm going to say that we do feel regretful, and I'm going to explain why I am saying this, and I'm going to take out some support cards to go with it over here. Ultimately, my main reason for saying so is that we do have over here you having a certain victory. So messages have been received. The victory is actually coming from the fact that he is thinking about what you sent out. He is thinking about it. He is wondering about it. So it is not just a message that was sent out and just kind of brought out into the air, went in one ear and went out the other, right? So we're actually pondering about it. We're actually thinking about all of this. And ultimately over here, I'm seeing our Knight of Cups in reverse. So I feel as though we are regretful for not being able to give you what you deserved and what you wanted, with our Knight of Cups pouring, which is really related to your love relationship. So ultimately over here, I feel as though we want to try to mend something, but we don't really know how to do so. So actually, by sending out this message, I'm not going to say that you've turned around the whole situation. I don't quite feel as though you have. But I'm definitely going to have to say I feel like the situation has definitely gotten better for you. So we have not turned the whole situation, but you have made it to a point that, yes, he does feel bad. To a point that he is wondering if what he has done is truly the right decision or not. Well, hello, my beautiful IG sweetie. I have not done any of your readings yet. I was going to be with you soon. It is nice to have you back, IG. So ultimately, I'm going to have to say over here, my dear Alexis, that you did realize what it is that you wanted, definitely. So let me take out some cards over here, which is what I wanted to do. See, we're getting some type of movement over here. We're wanting to take a certain leadership. I feel as though we're wanting to give you something over here, and we're still holding on to you. We're still not willing to get back into that relationship at this moment, but I definitely feel as though we're willing to give a little something to you. What is it exactly? I'm not sure, but we are definitely holding on to you, sweetie, and we are feeling bad for what it is that we have done, but we can't completely repair because we're not really completely ready to get back into the relationship. Thank you so very much, IG. You're a sweetie pie. Letting me know if there's anything else that I can do for you, Alexis. So I'm ultimately going to say that your quest of making him feel, you know, kind of regretful has definitely functioned. Yes, yes, and yes. Hello, my beautiful Regina. Nice to see you, sweetie. Ashley, you would like to have general messages on your YouTube channel. Yes, wondering how all of this is going, right? Let's go see. General messages regarding your YouTube channel. All right, the Tower followed out over here by the Moon. The Tower is in a reverse position, so I don't want to scare you too much about this. This is really about you being afraid that something is going to be happening or that something is not going to happen. Ultimately, I feel as though you're a little bit afraid of some type of failed success, not really getting what it is that you want out of your channel. I feel as though you have a lot of goals, you have a lot of potential, you have a lot of beautiful success. I feel that you're really, really hard upon yourself. I feel like you need to listen to yourself a little bit more, but you need to listen to your beautiful consciousness. You need to listen to your heart. What is it that is saying to do? Sometimes we have to kind of look outside the box. I feel like over here there's a lot of choices, but it's going to be really, really important for you, whatever it is that you do create, to really just go with your passion. Make sure that it is passionate. Make sure that you're making choices for the people that you do want to send these messages out towards. Ultimately over here, I do feel like sometimes you wonder, should you continue or not? But I'm going to say, do not give up. There's some really tough moments. You know, you go up and you go down and you go up and you go down, and it happens many times into a year, Ashley. And sometimes we just don't really understand the whole, you know, a whole system of YouTube, let me put it that way. But ultimately, I am going to say over here, sweetie, that things are going to be okay. But you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe into your potential. I feel like within the following 3 to 4 months, you're going to be getting a lot of different clarity. You're going to be seeing a lot more movement onto your channel. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you, Ashley. Annalyn, beautiful. Do we need a timestamp for Annalyn? I know that we often do, so if we do, it's going to be at 1:40 for Annalyn. Who and what is coming towards you, Virgo, in love for the rest of the month? And what are Vlad's Pisces thoughts and intentions towards you? Oh, there you go, timestamp. I got you. So Annalyn, followed up by Susan and Regina. Who and what is coming towards Annalyn at 1:40? Who and what is coming towards Annalyn? Let's go and see this. Okay. Here we go. Thank you, Ashley. And thank you for waiting so patiently. All right. 7 of Swords over here. So I'm actually going to answer your very first part, Annalyn. Who and what is coming towards you? I've got somebody from the past who wants to return to you. Somebody who wants to offer you some love again. Somebody whom you are actually willing to accept this love from. The only thing I'm going to say is this person who seems to be coming back from the past is somebody who could be quite manipulative. I'm not quite sure that they really want to offer you what is good for you. So ultimately, I'm going to say over here, be careful, red flags up. Whatever is offered to you coming from an ex might not quite be, and this could be even coming from Vlad over here. It might not quite be what you deserve, what you truly do want. So ultimately, red flags for this, because you do have an ex coming back in who seems to want to manipulate. And I feel as though you're going to want to take this person back in, or you're definitely thinking about it. There's a lot of emotions. There's a lot going on, and we're still kind of holding on. Onto their side, I feel as though there's a lot of passion. And let's go and see. What are Vlad's Pisces thoughts and intentions towards you? I am getting over here our King of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. Okay, I'm going to say that this is a devil that is coming into your first part of your question here, sweetie. I feel as though Vlad's intentions are really to start off again with you. But I don't feel as though the intentions, and I feel like he does want to start off again. He does want to have that relationship. He does want to move on forward. But I still feel as though there's a lot of conflicts. There's a lot of things that are just a little bit unsaid and not really fixed, right? So ultimately, I feel like you might end up taking this relationship again. Anyways, you're thinking about it. But I don't feel as though, and please, if you do feel as though you must do it, go for it, sweetie, because energy can change. But what I can see at this moment is he doesn't want to start off with you again, but I kind of feel like you're going to be stuck into the same cycle. Nothing much is really going to change over here, sweetie. We're not going to be present all that much. We're not going to be putting all that much time, all that effort. There's going to be a lot of distance, a lot of no answers, a lot of what has been going on into the past, and some conflicts over here. So ultimately, we're going to say, why did we really get back together? Kind of feel like this was a mistake. This is what I'm seeing into the cards, sweetie. Sending you so much love, my beautiful Anna-Lan. Susan, timestamp for Susan at 1:43 and 45 seconds, please. 1:43:45 for Susan. How's Andrew feeling about you? And is he really ready to be with you and build a future and a long term to marry? His mother called me and she said that she wants you to be. Oh, how sweet is that? Oh my gosh, Susan, I am loving. That is so darn cute. I love her. Honestly, that is like the best family ever, Susan. My gosh. And I know, I'm not going to say why the doubt, because I know that you do love Bryant, and this is why, you know, you're still kind of hanging on. But my dear, I mean, this is just like the perfect family, honestly. Okay, so we're with Susan, followed by Regina, Paula, moving on forward to IG after. So, sweetie, yes, and yes, we're feeling as though we need to balance out our life. We're still feeling a little bit out in the cold. We don't have our answer from you. We don't have a yes. We don't quite know what you want from us. Andrew does not know what you want, does not know necessarily where you're going. But there's no doubt about it. We want to create with you. We want to start anew with you. We want to offer you love. We do. So it is a yes all the way through. We're just wondering if you want, or if you are wanting the exact same thing. So yes, and yes. We're building future, long time, marry, love. He's just waiting for you to say yes. I hope so, Anna-Lynn. I hope so. But the only person I see so far is that ex. I'm so sorry, my beautiful Anna-Lynn. And he just doesn't really want to give you what you need. He's going to hurt you, beautiful. Beautiful Regina. Anna-Lynn, I'm sending you such a biggest hug, sweetie. Next 3 months for Regina. What do we've got into the next 3 months general? Here we go. I am ultimately getting over here some disorganization. Anyways, work-wise, things seem to be a little bit disorganized. I feel as though sometimes there's some struggle, kind of go back and forth. Maybe it's your schedule. There are some things that are a little bit insecure, not too sure about it. So it's a little bit of disorganization, which seems to be carrying a lot of burdens. A lot seems to be upon your shoulders about this. And you're kind of stressed. You're kind of exhausted by the whole thing. It's kind of burning you out. So it's a lot of little struggles here and there. Ultimately, what I can say over here is you are just, you know, the most beautiful, independent, intelligent, and fair person ever. Keep your boundaries up. Keep the communication open. Be open to constructive criticism, but be open to say what it is that you need to say also. I feel as though into the following 3 months, you're looking for some type of justice over here. It could be some type of legal papers, or really just justice into a love affair or something of the sort. I also feel over here that you're feeling unprepared about something that seems to be coming on up. It seems to be with work. You're feeling a little bit unprepared. You'd like to be more prepared. You'd like to know where you're going. I see conflicts. I see a heartache also coming up, a certain breakup over here. And ultimately, at the end of the 3 months, I'm seeing from all of this uncertainty that is coming in from work and all of these burdens, I'm seeing a beautiful manifestation. I'm seeing something that is going to be offered to you. So you are going to be receiving something, some type of message, or some more clarity, some more stability, some more abundance. So work-wise, things are a little bit rocky, but they seem to be putting themselves back in place. Love-wise, I'm going to say it's a little bit conflictual. Could be a little bit of heartache coming on in, sweetie. Regina, let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. And Paula, are you going to be meeting anybody else, right? You're not really ready to meet anybody else, Paula. I'll tell you what I can see, but ultimately I most likely won't see anybody because you're not ready, and you're going to go back with Leo, sweetie, I tell you. But let me go see what I can find. So are you going to be meeting somebody else, or will you be meeting somebody else into the future? Honestly, Ten of Pentacles is a no night over here. Ultimately, at some point, you are going to end up walking away from Leo. You are going to be having, you know, at some point, some type of new beginnings, but it is not going to be until next year, sweetie. So I'm going to say, as for any new type of relationship, it's going to be next year, most likely around January, maybe February, where you're feeling a little bit more up to it. Somebody you're going to meet onto an app, you're going to kind of jump into it. This person seems to have darker colored hair. They have brown hair, sign, I believe, of Capricorn this time. Fairly tall. They don't live all that far away from you, but it could be a little bit up into the air because it depends what it is that you do with Leo and how all that relationship kind of goes on out. Is she going to be better than Leo? She will be better into the way that I don't feel like she's going to be manipulative. She's going to be different. She's going to be good, but every relationship, you know, has its up and its down. So ultimately, is Paula going to be meeting somebody else after Leo? And that is a yes. And when will she be meeting this somebody else? When will she be meeting this next love? And yes, that is going to be into the month of February of next year, sweetie. And will she be manipulative? That's the last question I'm going to ask, because Leo is very manipulative. That is her downside. And I'm getting a no over here. I know that you are, sweetie. I know, beautiful. Sending you so much love, sweetie. I'm going to move on forward, and I'm going to start off IG's reading. So I will be back in a few moments. And hello to my beautiful Nunit. Nice to see you, sweetie. So let's do this. Let's take care of that. And let's go over here. So we're going to start this off at 150. And 20 seconds. All right, what's going on in Leo's world and mind? Here we go. What is going on in Leo's world and mind? All right, sweetie, here we go. We're thinking about you, thinking about these beginnings. I feel as though we're really, really excited, but at the same time, I do feel that we're still a little bit guarded. So we're still being a little bit guarded about this. We don't want to open up completely, because if we open up completely, we feel like we're just going to say a little bit too much, and we're a little bit afraid of losing you. So it's really one step at a time. What's going on between the Leo and X? A Leo and X, sweetie, it is truly Leo and X, nothing else going on. 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, a lot of sadness has passed on through that bridge, sweetie, but we were able to turn that page, and this is why you are where you are today, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Who would have thought, right? Honestly, when did you thought about giving up so many times, sweetie, and there was so much procrastination. It is so exciting, honestly, amazing. Spirit never lied. So when will Leo and the X finalize the divorce? Is it finalized? They're still not quite finalized. Not sure if he's lying about that or the truth, right? I feel as though it is final, sweetie. Perhaps he's saying that because it's not quite final into his own mind, because maybe the final papers have not been done, but I do feel as though it is final. I just don't feel as though he wants to bother you with this. So he doesn't want you to think that there's still something going on, because he doesn't really want you to, you know, to kind of move away from it. But I do believe that it is final, sweetie. He didn't want to give any details, right? Just that it's been a long process for him that is still going. Yes. Ultimately, over here, sweetie, I do believe that it is over. Perhaps there's a couple little details over here and there, but ultimately it's done. I mean, they are divorced, but I don't feel as though he wants to talk about the divorce whatsoever, about everything that went on. Kind of feel like it's a little bit of a taboo. The divorce is a taboo, how could I say, conversation for a few months. I'm going to say a good 3 to 4, maybe even 5 months, sweetie. How does Leo and the X, how do they feel about each other? There's no possibilities anymore. We are resting. We have forgotten about all this, and there's no more options available for us. It is over. The best we can get is friendship. Are the Leo and X in counseling together? I have not seen that question in a while. It's interesting that you would bring that up, that you do have some doubts, sweetie. Let's go and see. So are the Leo and the X, are they into counseling together? Ultimately, it's a no. It is a battle that has gone on past. I am going to say, though, it is not a crazy question to ask altogether, because I do believe at some point that the X did want to go to some counseling, but Leo did not want to. So he just really wanted to turn the page. Does Leo still want to be with his X? Does Leo still want to be with his ex? Honestly, we want to start something new. We are no longer interested into our ex. She has become the Queen of Cups, but in reverse. No love is no longer coming her way. Outcome between Leo and ex. Outcome between Leo and X, 3 of Wands. No longer looking towards that future, sweetie. It is a definite no. It's a lot of headaches. It's a definite end. Did Leo buy a new house and is he renovating it? Well, that is a lovely, beautiful project. I hope that there is place for you in it and, you know, maybe other children or something. Since I did see a few times, you know, that he was thinking about that. Ultimately, I am going to say over here, I do believe that he did do that, sweetie. So I'm going to say a yes onto that one. Let me validate these with the pendulum. I will move on forward to the second set of questions. So I want to know, has Leo and the X divorce, has it finalized? Please, Spirit, please do let me know for IG. Has the divorce been final? Is it finalized? And I'm getting a yes. Are the Leo and the X, are they in counseling together? Oh, that is a no. Does Leo still want to be with his ex? Ultimately a no. And did Leo buy a new house and is he renovating it? And that's a yes. I want to know, did Leo enjoy the date with IG? Did Leo mean it when he said to IG that he loved her when they were drunk? Also yes. Did Leo appreciate IG taking care of him today? Yes. So let's validate these, sweetie. And then I will go and see what's going on into the live. And I'll go see if you're there at the same time. So how does Leo feel? How did Leo feel about your date? And did Leo enjoy your time together? I am ultimately going to have to say over here, we don't have one bad thing to say whatsoever. I feel as though it was great. It was a renewal. I feel as though it was a new beginning together. It was fun. Yes, there was a lot of drinking. There was a lot going on, but I kind of feel like it just kind of took those nerves off, right? So did Leo enjoy the time that you guys spent together? Absolutely. Do we want some more of it? Absolutely. I feel as though it was great. It was better than what we expected. We expected maybe more questions. We expected a lot going on, but we feel as though it was smoother going than what we expected. We expected really just more questions. How does Leo feel about your conversations last night? Because he did apologize after you told him how you felt. And good for that. I'm glad that he did, sweetie. Because into the past, our pendulum was sometimes saying yes, sometimes saying no. It was kind of a, you know, a two-way thing. So how does Leo feel about your conversations last night? I'm going to say ultimately he felt like it was good. He felt as though it brought a certain justice in because he did apologize, as you said. And it kind of just left a certain room to close off that chapter, to move on to something good, to move on to the future and not talk anymore about what happened into the past. And what does Leo think? That is so funny, right? About you telling about the mom. Yes, I know. Seriously. He must have wondered, and I'm surprised. I guess it's because he was drunk. He didn't think about asking you how you would even know that, right? So, how and what does a Leo think about that, right? I'm going to say he's kind of really intrigued about how you would even know that. He's wondering about it, but he really just believes that it's a little bit of something that you have thought about, a little bit fluke, if I can say. But it is bothering him. He is wondering how you would know that. But ultimately, I feel like he's not going to ask you about that again, sweetie. You know, you guys had both drank. There was a lot going on. He kind of feels as though maybe it just kind of came on out because it's something that you thought about. Maybe you were testing him, and he ended up giving you the answer that was real. And did Leo mean it when he told you that he did love you? You know what? Ultimately, he did. And he would not have been able to actually tell you if he was not drunk. He would not have, because he's got a lot of passion. He's got a lot of desire towards you, but he would not have been able to actually tell you that this is the way he felt, because he would have thought that you were just ultimately going to run away, sweetie. Did the Leo appreciate you taking care of him and going to get some medicine? Yes, he felt as though you were protecting him, that you were taking care of him, and he felt that he was important, that he was loved, and that he was cared for, which I feel is something that he has not felt in a really, really long time. Why did Leo want you to leave this morning when he felt sick, right? Ultimately, because he does love you, sweetie. Let me go see into the live what is going on. Oh, you are there. Hello, sweetie. Hello, hello, hello. Let me just go and see. Yes, yes. Ultimately over here, why is he saying that they weren't yet? As I was seeing into the cards, IG, I felt as though there were some final little details. I feel as though they are divorced. But they do have a couple little details that they do still need to a little bit figure out. And I feel as though it is related to their daughter. And this is why he did say that, sweetie. So there's no doubt about it over here. It is really about not wanting at the same time. I don't feel as though he wanted you to know that, yes, well, ultimately, it is final. Things are done. But there are a couple things that are, you know, as I said, regarding towards his daughter that they do still need to finalize. But he didn't really want to talk about it. I don't feel as though he really wants to talk about it, as I said, for a good 3 to 4 months. He doesn't want you to get you involved into this whatsoever. There are tiny little details that need to be settled on through, but I don't feel like it's anything really big. It's going to be done. They're going to be able to move on forward from that, and everything is going to be okay. But it is truly related to his daughter. So I feel like this is why he didn't really want to get you in with the wife and the daughter and all the details. Honestly, I feel like he just wants to turn the whole page upon the whole thing. Let's go and see over here. Just one moment before we do. Oh, Regina, are you still here, my beautiful Regina? Let me know if you're still here, Regina, because I do want to go and answer. You did post something over here. Let me just go and answer that for you. IG, I'll be back with you in just one moment. So will you start understanding how to do your job better for Regina? Let's put a timestamp for Regina at 2:03 in case she's not here, because I am up into the scrolling of the chat. Ultimately, I do feel as though you will, but you're going to have a couple little mistakes here and there along the way. But this is really coming with all of that instability. I feel as though there's a lot of lack of self-confidence, Regina. There's a lot that is kind of going on in here, and I feel like this is what you must believe in yourself. You must believe into your skills, and you are going to be able to do it, and you are going to be able to succeed, but you do need to leave yourself a little bit of time, because ultimately you are going to have a couple little errors every here and there, but things are going to work out just fine. So ultimately, Regina, I'm going to say a yes onto that one, sweetie. All right. Lax on YouTube user. I will be leaving you guys a timestamp. I'm going to finish up with IG, okay, guys? I'll leave you a timestamp. That's your struggle, right, sweetie? You're going to be okay, beautiful. Just really believe in yourself. Believe into everything that you can do, because if you did get the position and you are there, it's because you are able to do it. So ultimately, you have to believe that you can do this. And once you believe that you can do this, you're going to find those skills, you're going to ask for that help, and you're going to be just absolutely fine, sweetie. So what I need you to do is believe in yourself, and everything else is going to fall into place. What I wanted to do was, oh, that's what I want to do. IG, I want to tell you that I began your reading at 1 hour, 50 minutes and 20 seconds, although I think you're already reading it, but IG, that is your very first timestamp, sweetie. So I will take it off over here, and I'm going to disappear again. No, Ned, do not post your questions in the chat, please, sweetie, because I'm going to lose them. Beautiful. All right, IG, how does Leo feel about you now? How does Leo feel about you now? Ultimately, we feel as though things have moved. We went from a hangman to a no longer hangman. So we feel as though we're getting movement. We feel as though we are getting victory. We feel as though you're really, really close to being our girlfriend. What are Leo's intentions with you now? Leo's intentions with you now, making justice from what the wrong that he has done to you, making you happy, making himself happy, having over here that beautiful relationship with a basic of a friendship. So we want to be with you. We want to move on forward. Over here, our intentions are truly about being with you, dating you, having you as our girlfriend. It's how he feels. It's what he wants. Leo's next actions towards you. We're thinking about you already. And it's going to answer a little bit your following question, because when is Leo going to message you? I'll check it out with the pendulum, but that's his next action. So his next action is tomorrow you are going to be receiving a message, sweetie. That's his next action. Followed out by, I do believe, after another message into the following day. And then I feel a date. I feel like the date is maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday. So when you're physically going to see him, I'm going to say Tuesday or Wednesday, sweetie. Most likely Wednesday. Next 4 weeks between Leo and you. love. Can I get a better card to come out? Honestly, IG. Okay, this is about harmony. It's about attachment. It's about love. It's about being just close one another, closer and closer and closer. A little bit like this morning. We didn't want to let you go because we don't want you. We don't. We are feeling comfortable with you. We are loving you. We are feeling as though that is the place that we want to be into. And we have been thinking and been dreaming about you for so very long. So into the following 4 weeks, this is what you're getting. Dating, texting, love. That's what you've got, sweetie. You're not meeting anybody in particular. You're just spending an awful lot of time with Leo. Where is this connection with Leo heading? I will validate both of the blocks of questions with a pendulum in just a few moments. So where is this connection with Leo heading? For love, again, look at that. So we're moving towards love over here. We might even moving at some point over here towards beautiful energy and adventure. Who knows? I said no to marriage into the past, but maybe we're actually changing our mind. How is Leo viewing you? Honestly, the best person he's got into his life other than his daughter. He absolutely loves you. He adores you. You are that beautiful rain to sunshine. So I'm going to say over here, again, girlfriend, partner, possibly wife into the future. Next 3 months between Leo and you. Next 3 months, my beautiful, I am getting over here our 9 of Cups, followed on out by our Queen of Wands. Sweetie, into the following 3 months, we are getting over here connection, we're getting love, we're getting partnership, we're getting friends, we're getting going out. I'm seeing into the following 3 months, I said you were going to have a getaway somewhere around the end of the year, but there's another one coming up, maybe into the month of August for you guys, sweetie, if not beginning of September. So next 3 months is filled of love. I'm not seeing any conflict. I'm not seeing any breakup. I'm not seeing any pause. Love is what I've got for you, sweetie. Togetherness, dating still. Meeting up with friends into the month of September. Is Leo giving any attention or dating anybody or flirting and dating? Is Leo giving any attention, dating anybody, or flirting and dating? I am getting over here our 6 of Cups. Absolutely not. I'm going to say whoever is into his life is truly there for a friendship, no other reason. But as I said into the past, there are some people who are around him who are interested in him, but he's not interested in them. So the friendships that he does keep, they truly are friends. What is the Leo hiding from you, and what is Leo scared of? Leo is hiding from you that he is trying to control the situation as best as he can. A little bit like the divorce. Doesn't really want to talk about it. It could be important to talk about it. It could be important for you to know how he's feeling, what's going on, but he just does not want to. So there are certain parts of his life that he wants to keep a little bit more controlled. I feel as though it's in order to protect you, by the way. If you're wondering why, I don't feel like it's because he necessarily wants to hide it. I feel as though he wants to try to protect you from nonsense, from things that are really just not, important for you. What is Leo scared of? He's ultimately scared that you might not be happy with him and you might not want to share the rest of your life with him, with our beautiful 10 of Cups over here. If you stop talking to Leo, what will happen and what would he do? He'd be really sad. Honestly, he'd feel like he would be defeated. He'd feel like he was ghosted, would not know why. He would keep his barriers up a little bit. He'd try to contact you twice. If you still would not contact, I feel as though he would kind of disappear. But he'd be really, really sad, sweetie. He'd be really upset. He would not understand why. Is a Leo still checking your Snap score and your Instagram? Snap score, definitely. Instagram, also. So yes, for both. How do you drive Leo crazy? Into a very good way? All right. I'm going to have to say over here, after all these months, after everything that has gone on by, you're driving crazy in bed, sweetie. I feel honestly over here, we're kind of tired of being by ourselves, being into that hermit. We were happy to take that power. We're happy to jump on through and to just have the best time with you. So I am going to say, you have been driving him crazy with those sexual thoughts into the past, is what I was saying. Now you're driving him crazy with the sexual thoughts, but, you know, that are actually a reality. Rest of the year between Leo and you. Then we're doing some pendulum questions before moving on forward. And I'll go see if you have any other questions into the live at the same time. So the rest of the year, what are we getting over here? 9 of Wands over here. We want to guard you. We want to protect you. We want to have prosperity. We are going to be happy. We are going to have a lot of abundance. I feel as though we are regrouping. We are getting together again. We are trying to be effective this time. We're trying not to be weak. We're trying to be as decisive as possible. We want you to know that we are stronger this time, that we are not going to do the exact same thing that we were before, but we also need you to know that we do need to have some patience towards us every once in a while, because sometimes we will have some difficult weeks. But altogether, we are really just reconnecting, moving on forward. Friends, love, a daughter into the fall, and maybe 2 trips, because it was 1, but I kind of feel like there's maybe 2 getaways. Let me validate these questions with our pendulum. When will Leo message IG? When will Leo message IG? So that is a beautiful Monday, sweetie. And when will IG physically see Leo again? Physically over here, I'm seeing Wednesday or Thursday. So I was saying around Tuesday or Wednesday. So Wednesday or Thursday for the pendulum. Seems to be more Wednesday. And how is Leo viewing you? Is Leo giving any attention or dating anybody? Is Leo giving any attention or dating anybody? Please, Spirit, for the highest good of IG. Is Leo giving any attention or dating anyone? That is a no. Is he flirting or dating with anybody? Is Leo checking IG snap score? Is Leo checking IG's Instagram? Does Leo think that IG is dating other guys? That is a no. Is Leo jealous of IG? Is Leo possessive of IG? Also a yes. Will Leo be into IG's future? Will Leo offer a relationship to IG? Will IG want this relationship? Will Leo physically be into IG's life into the following year? Is Leo in love with IG? Will Leo tell IG that he loves her when he is sober? Yes, and when will this happen? All right, I'm getting over here into the month of August, so end of July, beginning of August, sweetie. And does Leo want to be into a serious connection with IG? Does he want a serious commitment with IG? Oh, that is a yes. And then don't have any other questions with the pendulum. So I'm going to go see what's going on into the live, and I'm going to move on forward to the cards for the following questions. And we're going to switch up decks at the same time. for words, Nella Nellick. You can, sweetie. You want messages from somebody? Oh no, IG. It is good, sweetie. You have waited, my beautiful. All is perfect. I will do the other readings after you. Could I ask about when? Could I ask when about the relationship? When is the relationship going to come, you mean? Oh, no, no, no. IG, my gosh, you have been waiting, and these donations came on in when the live was over, so do not worry about it, sweetie. All is good, my beautiful IG. When you say you want me to ask about the relationship, what do you want to know exactly about the relationship? I just need you to specify that question for me. All right. Just specify for me what exactly it is that you want me. When would it be offered? Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. I thought I did. I'm so sorry. Let me go and see that. That's what you want to know. All right. Here we go, sweetie. So we want to know. Let me go back and see when that is. All right. So when will the relationship be offered to IG? When will the relationship be offered to IG? When will IG become the official girlfriend, the official partner of Leo? In August, sweetie. So into the month of August, which is coming up really close. I'm going to say over here mid-August, beautiful. So mid-August for that one. Let me know if there's anything else. You just let me know, okay? I come back and I kind of look into the live every once in a while, see if you wrote anything. Let's go and find out over here. Does Leo think that you're dating other guys? Which was a no, which is interesting, isn't it? Because into the past, he definitely thought that you were. Kind of feel now, I guess, since he thinks that you're dating him, he knows who you are, and this is why. So let's go and find out. So does Leo think that you are dating other guys? And if so, who? Pendulum was saying no. Let's go see what the cards have to say. I'm also going to say no. Five of Pentacles. Into the past, he felt like he was really out into the cold about the whole thing because he was really wondering. I still do feel as though he does still watch your stuff, which we did validate over there with the Instagram and the Snap score. But ultimately, he does not feel as though you would be dating him and you'd be entertaining this type of relationship if you were dating other guys. So ultimately, Leo knows, but you're not seeing anybody at this moment. Is Leo jealous and possessive of you? And will he be into the future? Again, our Five of Pentacles. Interesting how it keeps on popping on out. I'm going to say yes, because we really do hold on to you. We really do love you, sweetie. And he has told you, we've seen it into the cards. Honestly, we've been seeing this for the last few months, that he is jealous of you, that he is somewhat possessive. And he did say it himself to you this week. It is a yes, but I do want to say, though, I don't really want you to be afraid. He is still going to be jealous and possessive into the future, but I don't want you to think that it's going to become into a toxic kind of way. I don't feel as though this is going to become a problem. I feel as though most of his feelings that he is hiding within him, they are there. They are hidden. He's not necessarily going to tell you that he's feeling jealous, that he's feeling envious, and so on. So it's not going to be anything toxic, which I feel is really, really important. I don't want you to believe that he's going to start controlling you or anything of the such. Outcome between Leo and you. Outcome between Leo and you. Five of Wands over here are telling me that there's no more conflicts, no more breakups over here. Six of Swords, reverse. Nobody's going anywhere. Ultimately, we're getting reunion. We're getting togetherness. We're getting over here. It could be marriage. It could be just being fiance. This is truly about being together for the long term. Oh, that's one of your question one. What is Leo going to offer your relationship and when? Yes, I was getting to it with the cards. Yes. Okay, there's it. I was wondering, did I skip that? So is Leo going to offer you a relationship and when? Leo is definitely going to be offering you a relationship here, my beautiful. The question of the when is going to be somewhere into the month of August. So I'm going to say somewhere around the 2nd or the 3rd week of August, which is pretty much what the pendulum did say. Are you going to be wanting it? Are you going to be accepting it? Definitely. Will Leo physically be into your life next year? Yes, we're not going anywhere with our Emperor. So unless you decide that you don't want to be with him, which I'm not seeing whatsoever, he is there and he's not going anywhere, sweetie. So he is definitely going to be into your life next year. Next year, you've got parents, you've got moving in kind of coming on up, sweetie. You got a lot of stuff coming on up for both of you guys next year. Is Leo in love with you? We will not love anybody else, sweetie. It's a definite yes. We have been lusting and thinking about you for so very long. It's about wanting this beautiful abundance. It is about being in love with you. Is Leo going to tell you when, you know, we are sober? It's a definite yes, but we're going to wait a little bit for that. We're going to wait till maybe mid-August, maybe around the end of August when we're going to be offering you that relationship. Does Leo want to be into a serious connection with you? It's a definite yes, but I am going to say that he is afraid. He is still on guard. He is still afraid, and this is why he is still kind of holding on back. He's afraid that you might at some point just kind of run away, because his life is a little bit more complex than yours is in a certain way, because he's got the divorce, he's got a child. You don't have a divorce, you don't have a child, so his is a little bit more complicated. It's a little bit more precarious. He could be a little bit more afraid that things could get complicated for you and you might walk away. So he really wants to go one step at a time. But does he want a serious connection with you? Absolutely, sweetie. He's not going anywhere. He's afraid that you might end up leaving him at some point. What does Leo want to say to you? All right. I am going to say over here, ultimately, my beautiful. Let me just go over here. What does Leo want to say to you? He ultimately wants to tell you, but he doesn't really want to get into the whole details. That a little bit more than just he is sorry. He did tell you that he was sorry, but I feel as though he actually at some point is going to tell you about this, just not right away. We're going to have to wait a few months for it. He wants to tell you how anxious, you know, he felt and how stressed he was about reaching out towards you, and really just how happy he is to have reconnected with you, because this was a long time in process. There was a lot going on. There was a lot of procrastination, a lot of sadness, a lot of healing. A lot had to happen in order for him to be where he is right now, to contact you, and for both of you guys to be back together again. So ultimately, he wants to tell you that he knows that he is, you know, at fault for a lot of this, and that he is truly sorry. But he did live through a lot of anxiousness and a lot of frustrations and sadnesses. Let's go and see the month of July, August, September, and October. Then I will be with YouTube user and Lex followed on out by Nella Nellick and Watson. I don't know why I'm turning this right away. It's not what I want to do. Let's go and do this like that. So this is going to be for the month of July. We're going to move over here for the month of August. September. And October. So here we go. Month of July. What do we have over here? We are getting into the month of July. We finally got out of that breakage. We have finally offered you a date. We're being a little bit on guard, and we're still kind of wondering, you know, navigating through all of this, if you're going to stick on through with us, if you're going to want another date and another one. So into the month of July, I am seeing over here love. I am seeing being together. I am seeing a lot of dating, a lot of texting. But for the following week and the next one, I just kind of feel like we just want to be even closer to you, because we really want to make sure that you're not going to be going anywhere, because we do love you. Into the month of August, we're getting some celebrations over here. We're getting a lot of happiness. We're getting a lot of clarity. In the month of August, you are going to be getting the I love you around the end. You're going to be getting over here that commitment also. So a lot of beautiful things into the month of August. Into the month of September, we are continuing what we have started. So we're going to be having new beginnings, new different things. And when I say new beginnings, we're meeting new people. So we are meeting friends. We're having more get-togethers, and we're starting to look more towards the future, but towards a long term. You're now partners. You know, you have exchanged those beautiful words. What you're doing over here is looking, what's next? What's that next step? I feel as though the next one is going to be friends, and then got to be that beautiful princess he's got, right? So you're really just moving on forward is what you're doing into the month of September. As we move on forward over here into the month of October, you're going to be meeting that beautiful daughter over here, sweetie. So this is really about closing that chapter onto everything from the past. I don't feel like we're going to be talking about it anymore. It is about revealing our feelings, revealing how we feel and what we desire into this relationship, but more for the long run. So into the month of September and into the month of October, basically, mostly October, we're moving towards looking for different plans. So the long run, instead of just being into the here, into the now. Leo, subconscious thoughts. Let's go and see. Well, hello, beautiful YouTube user. Do not worry, sweetie. And I will leave you a timestamp in just a few moments, lovely. Is everything okay with you, beautiful YouTube user? All right, let me just go see over here one moment. Just want to go see, and I do not see. Okay, all right. So what is coming up in Leo subconscious thoughts? Leo subconscious thoughts over here. Two things very contrasting that we have spoken about. We've seen into the reading. Two different things. A fear of you walking away and wanting new beginnings. So we've got the fear and we've got the want. So This is what's going on. It's really conflictual into his mind all the time. I want to be with you, but I'm so afraid that you're going to leave, which is where it comes in jealousy and possessiveness and everything. So into his subconscious thoughts, he's really hoping that this is going to work out and you're going to stick with him into all of this. Now, how should you continue this connection with Leo, right? You need to continue over here into his movement. You need to follow what he is dictating a little bit as steps. So let's not do too many steps. Let's follow the progress that he is doing. Sometimes, you know, with work, he might feel a little bit more distant. He might feel a little bit more farther away. Not because he doesn't want to be with you, not because of anything of the such. It is just because, let's say, of work. So ultimately, you are going to be having a couple little periods where, you know, he's going to be a little bit more distant. He might not answer your questions or your texts right away. He might wait till at night or something of the such. Do not be worried about it. Ultimately, you need to go with the flow. Whatever it is that he kind of goes on forward with, you need to kind of go on forward with. At least for the month of July. Into the month of August, I feel like we can change tactics. I feel like, yes, we can go with the flow. But also, your presence is there. It is much stronger, and you can start to make your presence known more, to ask more things, to have, you know, to go for those dates and do those first steps. But for now, I feel as though we need to leave him do those first steps. You need to leave him be ultimately the leader over here. Let's go and do the cross, my beautiful. What is coming on out into the cross, and then I'll move over to the messages. Cross between Leo and IG. It's like a fairy tale, isn't it? It is. It is just, oh, you got the beginning in the fairy tale where everything is all good and all perfect, and then you've got, you know, the heart-wrenching part in the middle where you figure what is going to happen, and then you've got that beautiful connection. I love it. All right, and I love the first card that came on out. Also, it is all about confidence. Okay, let's go and see. So we are with the cross. We're going to get an overall energy over here that I do like to keep on out. All right, Two of Cups over here. Loving you, but not telling you that we love you yet. Anyways, not into a sober kind of way. So we're wanting to offer this relationship to you, no doubt about it. I feel as though this relationship is gaining more and more confidence altogether. This is about being very passionate. It's about slowly being a little bit more self-assured about everything that is going on. I feel as though we're looking at this relationship, may it be you, may it be Leo, from a very beautiful and a very optimistic type of way. It's a little bit like a beginning of a transformation where you've got, you know, that butterfly that is simply transforming. This is what you are getting. Ultimately over here, I do feel as though our Page of Cups has made that movement. We've made that movement towards you. We have been dreaming about you. We've been thinking about you. We are so happy that we finally reached out to you, because what would have happened if not? Honestly, you know, he has been checking, he's been watching, he's been spying, and this is why he actually made that move, because he did not really see that there was anybody around you, even though for quite some time he thought that you were dating some guy from the gym. Ultimately over here, I am going to say we are glad that we did not listen to our doubts, and we listened to our intuition, and we reached out towards you. I'm seeing that when we did reach out to you the first time, it was a little bit of an impulsive kind of thing. So it was just, that's it. I've got to do it. Let's just go and see where this is going to bring, because I'm absolutely powerless right now. So we wanted to heal. We wanted to be somewhat of a leader, and we really just wanted to make sure into our conscious that, you know what, this is possible or it's over, because we've been dreaming about you for so very long. Ultimately, action has been made. It has been done. You did go out onto that date. We are having a beautiful movement forward. We're having a movement forward, but it is, without you even knowing, it is a controlled type of environment a little bit. So he does kind of plan what it is that he's going to do. He does plan, you know, next time I'm going to talk to you is going to be that date. Next time I'm going to, unless you come on in and you send a message out, he knows pretty much when the next date is going to be and everything is going to be done. He likes to have a little bit more control. Anyways, at the moment, he's very determined to be with you. He does have the most will. He does want this to really just work. He wants to have a beautiful success. So in himself, he does have a little bit of self-doubt because he is a little bit afraid that you might walk away because he does care about you all that much. So ultimately, what I want to say is Leo is very vulnerable. We do have to be a little bit careful for that. He might not show it, but he does have some lack of confidence within the relationship with you. He has some feelings sometimes of inadequacy. So, but ultimately, he loves you. He's working on that strength, and he really wants to have this beautiful connection with you, sweetie. So, ultimately, a beautiful cross, I do have to say. Let me give you some messages from Leo. If I have time at the end, could I pull more on how he's feeling about you now? You're still anxious about it after that day, right? All right, not a problem, sweetie. Actually, I'll do it right away before I do the messages. Good night, beautiful Nella Nelek. We will leave a timestamp, sweetie. Oh, it's been quite the roller coaster, honestly. All right. I'm going to pull out, if you do not mind, I'm going to use a different deck is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this one over here. I'm still feeling anxious about that, right? Let's go and see. Oh, you are Nella Nelek. Well, then I'm on time to tell you good night, my beautiful you. I still have a couple ahead of you, my sweetie. But if you can't sleep again and you do come back, you will have your timestamp, I promise you. Oh, beautiful. So, here we go. He is wanting to offer to you. He is wanting to be with you. Honestly, he is looking towards that beautiful future with you. I feel as though right now at this moment he actually feels, as much as IG he did have some doubts about how you would feel, how you would reconnect, how the whole date would go, because ultimately what you have to remember within all of this, and I know that you can feel it, so you know how it is, but this first date was really, really important. It was really important on all different kind of sides, because what were you going to say? What was he going to say? What was going to be said about the past? Who was going to have to say that they were sorry? Were there going to be any blames? Were we going to be upset? What was truly going to happen? There was so much that could have happened into this first date of, reconciliation, that there was a lot of doubts. There was a lot of anxiousness, which could come to play with the fact that, you guys drank a little bit too much. It kind of put the nerves down. But ultimately, he really does feel over here that he is a master of this relationship along with you. He feels as though every single thing is possible. You guys can build what you want. He is feeling a little bit as that master of the universe, if you will. When I say he has a lot of vulnerabilities towards you, he ultimately does. My dear gosh, he does. Because he's always a little bit afraid that he's not going to be good enough for you. But after this time being spent together, I just feel like he didn't really want to let go of you, sweetie. He just really wants to continue into the same path. So this is going to be the beginning of very many other dates. I don't want you to worry that this isn't a one-time thing, that he's going to hide, he's not going to contact you again, or anything of the such. Honestly, I feel as though you have some issues onto your side about anxiousness, about worries because of the way, and oh my gosh, I would feel the exact same way, okay? From everything that has happened into the past, you are so right to feel the way that you are, and it is absolutely correct to feel doubtful and to wonder and to be vulnerable onto your own side because, he did stop at some point for no good reason, right? But I do not feel as though he is ever going to do that again. Ultimately, it has happened. We were sorry about it. We didn't really want that to happen. It kind of dragged on, and this is what happened to it. The important thing is that We need to try to turn the page onto what happened into the past. May it be him with the ex, may it be you with him. And we really just need to start with a beautiful blank page. And this is what he seems to be doing. I know you have a lot of trauma from it, sweetie. I know you do. And I know that whenever, you're afraid, it doesn't matter if you have, passionate sex with him. It doesn't matter if you have a lot of loving moments. You're still always going to be a little bit afraid when he doesn't text back, when he doesn't message back, or he doesn't call back, or he cancels a date for some reason. You're going to be afraid that he's going to be gone out with somebody else, or he's not going to meet you, or that you did something wrong. But that is going to be in time. In time, you're going to heal. You can't heal right away. What he has done to you has created a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow, and it has dragged out for many months. So you're not going to heal right away. You know what they say, you've been hurt, it lasted so many months, it's going to take about the same amount of months to heal. But you need to believe in yourself, you need to believe in him, because he does love you, he does care for you, and he does not want to hurt you again. I know your anxiety just kind of kicks in, I know, but that is something that it can be completely controlled. And I know that you don't really want him to know about it neither. I know that you don't want him to feel your anxiousness, and you don't want him to know about your vulnerabilities and all of this, because then, it might kind of scare him. So I get that, sweetie. I feel like the best thing that you can do is maybe write some things down into a book. Keep yourself a little bit of a journal. Make sure he doesn't get a hold of it. Lock it, put it into your drawer somewhere. But keep yourself a journal and really just kind of jot down how you're feeling, in which occasions and why. And you're going to see that there's a lot of similarities between all of the events that are really making this pattern for you. It is a pattern, and you're kind of stuck into it. The only way out is to understand it and to break on through. So whenever you feel doubt, you need to find that new way to cope with it and to believe into the future. But ultimately, he loves you, sweetie. He does. He's not going to do this to you again. And I know that you will have more into the past, more, more stuff going on. But it's just going to be important for you to trust into yourself, trust into the connection, and really just trust into the love that is there. Let me go and give you a couple message cards here, beautiful. I am unconsciously, pulled to you like magnets. He hurt you, right? And he grabbed your face and said, I promise it won't happen again. I'm sorry. You see, and it is true, beautiful. It is true, IG. He really, really, really does. And the fact that you said it and there was so much emotion and that he acted in such a way did show a lot of love, did show a lot of control, a lot of sorrow towards it also. It is my pleasure, IG. And you know what? If ever you do have IG, honestly, if you don't want to write it down or jot it down into a journal, send me an email, sweetie. Send me an email saying, oh my gosh, he didn't really write back. I'm kind of worried, and I'll help you out, beautiful. Send me an email if ever you're feeling anxious or anything, okay? Let's go see over here. Being fair and deep understanding will balance our relationship. I am sorry for having broken your trust. I know that you're still anxious, sweetie, and you're going to be for a long time, IG, and you're not going to be able to heal right away, and it's normal. It's going to take months, but just know that you will feel better at some point. You're not going to be worried anymore, that things will really ultimately get better for you, and you're not going to have to wonder, you're not going to have to feel that vulnerability anymore. So leave yourself some time. It's normal, and it's okay. Don't judge yourself for it. Don't break yourself down upon it. You really just need to find some new coping ways for you. Let's go see. Oh, look at that. I've been watching you over from every source. So this is about that Instagram, that Snapchat. I have been wearing a mask into our relationship, into the past. I do appreciate the love that you have been giving me this whole time. I wish that you could understand how I truly feel. Let's heal the past trauma and let's simply get over it. Let's go to this one. I want you to know that it is somewhat dark without you. Emotions, they do often overwhelm me. I want you to know that I'm going to mix it on up. All right. How could you ever forget the mess that I have made? I want you to know that sometimes I don't really know exactly who I am and why sometimes I kind of feel a little bit lost. I also want you to know that you are so very nice, and sometimes I wonder why you are so kind with me. I also want you to know that the passion that I feel is overwhelming, and I don't always know how to handle it. I also want you to know that I will do the very best that I can for you and for our love. I wish to be with you. I have a lot of visions of us together. Nella Nellick, I have a midnight, sweetie. It is almost midnight for me, beautiful. Let's go and see the truthful duck. I just want you all of the time. I dream about you a lot, maybe even a little bit too much. I am addicted to you. I want you to know that I could be the very best person into your life. I want you to just hold me, and I want you to let me hold you. I want you to know that, you know what? I'm finally ready for this relationship. And let's go and finish on up with this one. I need you to trust me. You have the most beautiful soul. I don't feel like I always deserve you, but I do want you. The love you give me is a love that I have been looking for. I need you into my life, and all I want is you by my side. Beautiful IG, your fairy tale is coming on through. I am so glad for you, sweetie. I wish you the most lovely evening. I wish you some sweet dreams for when you do go to bed. And I say enjoy those messages coming from him tomorrow, sweetie. You are definitely receiving some text messages from him. Or actually, he's not very texty, isn't he? Maybe he'll call you, sweetie. We're going to put a timestamp over here for Lexi. So let's put a timestamp, please, for Lexi at 2:52. So Lexi, 2:52. What are CJ's feelings and what is he thinking today? Today I feel like we're a little bit more on to the bottom part. I feel as though we feel like maybe this relationship is over. I feel like there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of sadness, but still we feel like it's over, but we still want that crazy beginning again. What type of commitment does he want to offer you when the time does come? And is it still around the end of the year? He wants to try to offer you the best commitment as possible. So he does try to, or he does want to offer you, you know, a long-term relationship. There's no doubt about it. Around the end of the year, I'm going to say in approximately 7 to 8 months. So I'm going to say most likely end of the year, but more, maybe more January or February at this moment, sweetie. You say that he seems jealous of his sister because she's been around you a lot, right? And is this true? Ultimately, I'm going to say jealous, no. Envious, yes. And you say his sister's been a lot around you a lot, right? And why is she around you a lot? Ultimately, she does really care for your friendship. There's no doubt about it. She does care for your friendship. She does care about you. She is interested in what is going on. She does like to talk to you. She does feel quite confident with you. But that being said, is it good? It depends of your relationship with CJ. Ultimately, I'm going to say I don't feel like it's all that good because of what has happened into the past. I don't like what has happened between both of you guys. It could happen again. I know she's had a close call, you know, a few times. I don't want you to be blamed for something that you have not done. I don't want you feeling bad for something that you have not done. So ultimately, I feel like she might be a little bit more of a toxic person into your life, but that is ultimately up to you to decide. What are CJ's sexual thoughts when it comes to you and him? Ultimately, at this moment, I'm going to say we're really not all that kinky. I kind of feel as though we want you to take the power. We want you to take that. We want you to be the one who is deciding what is going to be happening, but we ultimately kind of just want some missionary. We want some traditional. We want some love. We want some sex, yes, but we want it to be actually be kind of loving lately. And you were also wondering over here, your stepmom's been acting funny and it's irritating you. Okay. She had an issue with her boyfriend this week. You feel like she's trying to use you. Let's go and see. Okay. Ultimately, is she trying to use you? She might sometimes. I do feel as though, you know, sometimes she might try to use, she might try to use you. I don't know if she's able to use you financially, if she uses you for rides or a car or something. There is a little something going on, but it's not a big thing. I don't want you to worry about it. I don't want you to think that, you know, I'm not going to put any red flags up. I'm going to say ultimately, I just feel as though she wants to have a little bit more closeness. So you might feel as though she's being kind of funny because of this, but she really just wants to get a little bit closer to you. Maybe it's because she's been having those issues with her boyfriend, but she's a little bit unable to actually tell you everything that is going on. And this is why you kind of feel like she's weird. How is Jack feeling? Ultimately, I feel as though he is happy. He feels like this is fruitful, that this is good, that this is about moving on forward. And he enjoys it. He hopes that it's going to continue into that kind of way. And Jack's mom sending you old pics, right? Ultimately, she would like for both of you guys to be together again, no doubt about it. But I kind of feel like she's just kind of looking towards the past. She does really, really care for you. She does really, really like you. And I just feel as though she wanted to bring these moments. She wanted you to know that she does truly care for you more than she wants you guys back together. "6 hours from you cannot look anymore, please." All right, Helena, like we will leave one for you, sweetie. We're going to move over to Tash. So Tash is at 2:57:30 for a timestamp, please. And, okay, let's go and see this for you, sweetie. So, when is that next time going to be? Oh, and he's with you right now. Oh my gosh, okay, this is why it was so quick and you just kind of came on in, right? Ha ha ha, I get ya. All right. So, how will your next time? Kind of wondering if you're wondering how or when. Let me answer both of them for you. I'm going to say if it is possible within the following month, it is a yes. Let's go see how it's going to be. And let me go and give you some messages from him. How will it be? Let's go see. All right, ultimately over here, how's it going to be? You know what? I feel as though it is going to be quite passionate. I feel like it's going to be hot. I feel as though he is going to be a little bit of that devil into bad. Sweetie, I feel like he's going to be somewhat of a beast. And I kind of feel like you're going to be following into the same pattern. So I'm going to say it's going to be a lot of love. It's going to be very passionate. It's going to be, and I'm seeing oral sex into this too here, sweetie. So I'm going to say it because I do see it. And you would like to have some messages from him. Now, I don't know if you want those. I'm going to say you want dirty messages because we're into the 18 plus. Let's go and see. Some messages. What do we have? All right. We want you to fuck us, but all night long. We want to have some beautiful, deep kissing. We also want to have a screaming orgasm. I feel like you want a good dick. And we want you to know that we absolutely love your breasts, my beautiful. Ultimately, we want a sex date with you, sweetie. And let's go over to this one, see if there's anything popping on up here for you. All I want for you is to have your way with me. And if you keep looking at me that way, I'm not going to be responsible for what happens next. I cannot stop thinking about you and how last time it made me feel utterly so damn good. Now we're getting into the hot messages that Watson really likes. Dash, sending you so much love, beautiful. And let's go and see over here for our dear friend Nunit. Let me go make sure into the live that everything is good. Yeah, really, Nunit. You have no idea how kinky I am, beautiful. I am the kink master. It sounds even funny just saying it, isn't it? But I am really kinky. All right, so let's go see. Nunit. So, okay. The last year. Okay. So what's up? Okay. Oh, he's kind of checking up on you, isn't he? That's interesting. Let's go see. So what's up with him being kind and, you know, wondering what's going on? You know what? I know that you haven't, you know, had sex with him into quite some time. Honestly, I kind of feel like he's wondering if you're going to back up on him, if you're going to not back up, because that's something else. I'm going to say, I kind of feel as though it's like we're wondering over here if you're going to disappear on him. I really feel as though he does want to reconnect with you. I still do feel like Marcus is really all, a lot about sex, but if we take apart and we just kind of decompose the whole relationship altogether, I don't feel like it's only about sex for him. I actually feel as though throughout time he has kind of developed some feelings towards you, and ultimately, I feel like he does want to have sex with you tomorrow, so he is kind of checking up on you for his own selfish needs into some kind of way, because he does really want to make sure that, you guys do meet up, that you guys are going to be somewhat together. So ultimately, I am going to say over here that there's different things. He doesn't want to lose you. He does have some emotions. He does have some feelings for you that he's never necessarily going to admit to you, but he really does care for you, and he doesn't want to lose you. So other than the sex, he does have some emotions, sweetie, and he is kind of checking up on you. Sometimes, I don't know if he's aware of everything that really goes on into your world, but I kind of feel like sometimes he's a little bit worried about you. And what's he going to think if you guys have sex tomorrow? What will he think if you guys have sex tomorrow? So you're wondering, actually, if he thinks you guys are going to have sex tomorrow. If he thinks that you guys are going to have sex, I don't quite feel as though he thinks that you guys are going to have sex, but he's definitely hoping that you guys are going to be having sex. So he's hoping that you're going to be able to give it to him and that you're going to want his vitamin D, right? But ultimately, he's kind of unclear about it. But as I said, he has grown some emotions towards you. I'm not going to say he loves you. I'm not going to say that he has gone that far on in. He does really hold on to you, and he doesn't want to lose you. So sex would be a beautiful bonus. I feel like he does want it, but is it a necessity? I don't quite feel so. Oh, that was not your reading, right? Han said. Tash, you missed Tash. Yeah, I'm going to go and check that out, Nunit. I'm going to say Tash. When was Tash? Somewhere around 257, sweetie. I'm going to say around 257, I think it was. I remember saying 7, so I'm going to say 257, around there for Tash, Lilith. And you miss it. You don't talk to him about your life anymore, right? It's a waste of your breath. All right. Oh, you got it, Lilith. Oh, you found her timestamp. Was I right? Was I wrong? Is it around that time? Yeah, I think so. I'm going to say it was somewhere around there. It was. You're right, Nunit. I don't know. For some reason, I'm getting 257. Sex tomorrow night. Sex. How's sex going to be? Let's go see. So you've decided you are having sex with him, because your question was really quite unclear. But definitely, I'm going to say that, if you decide not to have sex, he is going to be somewhat a little bit disappointed. But he does truly care for you, Nunit. It is interesting. He does. He cares for you more than you actually think. I was somewhat right? All right. Okay. I'm not that cuckoo. Thank you so very much, Lilith, for confirming to me. All right, so Nunit, sex, what do we got over here? We've got you into your beautiful power. We want to see you. We want to take you. Honestly, I just feel like we want to rip off your underwear, sweetie. We just want to take you on up. We want to hold you, and this isn't how we want to have sex with you, honestly. Then I kind of feel like we just want to watch you. We want to be teased is also what we do desire. But we want to be teased to a point where we have no other choice. We are simply going to want to dominate you, sweetie. Oh, yeah, you're meeting up, aren't you? Oh, 257.30. Oh, my gosh. I was not all that bad, was I? Thank you, Lilith. If I could only remember everything like that, right? David would say I definitely remember anything that is manly related to that because, yes, I don't forget anything. And let's go into a little bit of these over here. Yes, up next I have Nella Nellick with messages from the ex-boss and Juanson. Ah, Lilith, you're so sweet. You don't have any more hair to pull. That's true, right? What if he could, he would. All right. Well, you know what? We can put a scarf around your neck, or we can pull your. We can tie you up. We can pull your. There's a lot of things we can pull onto your body, sweetie. We can pull your arms back with some type of scarf or belt. There's other stuff we can do. No, we don't need to buy a wig. He'll rip off your wig. Then how crazy you're gonna look. I can imagine this torrid sex scene where he just rips off your wig not knowing that it's a wig. Okay, I'm stopping. Okay, so we are definitely into the mood for sex. We want you to be using all 5 of your senses. So, I mean, just don't play with your mouth, okay? Do everything. You're Noonet. We would like to have some shower sex with you also. All right, let's go and see. We want you to be a man eater. We want you to take that vitamin D. You do have a scarf fetish. Well, there you go, Noonet. What are you waiting for? Bring your scarf over, sweetie. Go on over into a trench coat and only have a scarf that ties that trench coat together. When you arrive, rip that trench coat off, give him that scarf, and tell him he must use it in the very best way possible. Go for it. Sounds good, doesn't it? And it's hot, so it's definitely going to come off. Right, there you go. I got it. All right. We would like to have some type of new sexual experience with you, sweetie, and we definitely want you to just release us. My dear gosh, we have been waiting for this, Noonet. Release me. And why don't we go to some positions over here? Why don't we do this? All right, let's do the over easy, kind of like an egg, over easy type of sexual position. And I kind of feel also that we would absolutely love. So he has roommates and you have to wait the stairs. It's like a walk of shame. Oh, so he has roommates and you have to wait for the stairs. All right, have group sex, Noonet. Have, I don't know, have a new fantasy, sweetie, where you have people watching you have sex. There you go. No walk of shame. You go for it. You use those people around you into the best way possible, into your best fantasy ever. And he said behind you, I just, but think, please don't fart. Okay, that's it. That is it. Just walk, right? Oh my gosh. Okay. He is absolutely hilarious, isn't he? All right, I'm going to go to your last question is what I'm going to do. I have lost all seriousness here with you. And Bernard with that deep discussion. Yes, he said that he talks himself sometimes thinking about you, and it's kind of weird because you do the same. Aw, sweetie. That is so cute. Honestly, you guys are so adorable. Let me go see. Oh, yeah, right. Well, I get it. I get his wife, though, Noonet. I do have to say. I mean, if I was into the same position that she was and my man wasn't doing anything and it wasn't with me, and was kind of always being a little bit away, I would definitely, you know, I need changes. You either write it down, you either tell me what you're going to do, because otherwise you're no longer here. I get it, sweetie. She's pissed. He's not giving her any love. He's not loving her. He's loving you, sweetie, but he's not willing to leave her for you. I get her. I get it. And I get how he could be feeling bad about this, but, yeah. I understand the wife. I do. All right, let me go see what he was thinking about your products over here. You know what? He thinks they're absolutely beautiful. He absolutely loves them. He feels as though they are beautiful achievements that is bringing you a sense of belonging, of accomplishment, really just being a wholeness fulfilled. And he believes that you are going to have the greatest success. And at the same time, he feels as though this is about a beautiful self-focus towards yourself, towards working onto yourself. And he absolutely loves it. No doubt about it, sweetie. Noonet, I'm a freak. I'm a freak more than you think, honestly, Noonet. No, you've been thinking, please don't fart. It's no, one time this guy went down on you and you farted. All right, okay. So I can see where this comes from then. Now it all makes sense, Noonet. If you told him about this farting thing, I get it. You still have nightmares from that, right? You just got to make sure you fart before, I guess, Noonet. I don't know. Make sure you don't eat beans. That being said, Noonet, yes, I told you I'm a freak. You really just don't believe me. I just appear to not be one. So if ever you need some kinky advice, you come and see me. But you know what? I know you don't need any because I know you're very kinky yourself. So that being said, I'm going to go and see our beautiful Nella Nellick, and I'm going to put a timestamp over here for our dear Nella Nellick at 3:14. So 3:14 for Nella Nellick. Let's just do this over here like that. Make all my things disappear. All right. Oh, you're still there. Look at that. My dear gosh. You fill up with air, don't you? Yeah, you fill up with air when you get excited. Well, okay. I don't know what to say. What are you going to do tomorrow when you're all excited and you start farting away, sweetie? Now I got a whole new vision of you, Noonet, honestly. Okay. What does Nella Nellick? Let's go for Nella Nellick. I'm so sorry, Nella Nellick, you had to listen to all this freakishness. Noonet and the farting. Yes, all right. Natural part of life. Here we go. Whenever something stinks in the house over here, my kids always say, Dad farted, even if they're the one who farted. And I'm like, Dad's not even there. And they're like, doesn't matter. He farted. And I'm like, okay, fine. He farted. He's kilometers away, but okay, he farted. That's why it stinks. Nobody really wants to take that, you know. Yeah, he better hold his breath, right? You put him, no, I was going to say put a mask onto his face, but how could he really sexually be, you know, explicit and good with you if he's got a mask on his face, right, Noonan? Bad idea. All right, okay. So, here we go. I say, oh, that's it. Keep some Febreze, Noonan. I know you got some. Keep the Febreze somewhere close to your buttocks. Oh, no, like. Okay, I'm going to say over here, ultimately, I do feel as though, I feel like the message that seems to be coming out over here for you is that you need to listen to yourself. You need to have faith. You need to have hope that things are going to work out. We might not be able to exactly give you what it is that you would like to have, but I do believe that we are going to do our very best in order to help you out in either way that we are able to do so, Nella Nellick. So I'm going to say ultimately over here, what I can truly see into the messages is, oh, truly, it's about telling you and letting you know that everything's going to be okay. It's about letting you know that we're going to do our best, that you need to believe, you need to find your light, you need to believe that we have faith in you, that we believe in you, and that changes are possible, and that the energy is there, and that the energy is nice, and that it is positive, and that we might, as I said, not be able to give you exactly what it is that you want, but we are definitely able to help you out in many different ways. So I feel as though we are willing to do this for you, sweetie. You enjoyed. All right. And you took a pill. Nothing, right? Just can't get to sleep, can you? Yeah. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy. Nella, Nellick, I have to say, you need to try to, work onto that anxiousness, sweetie. It's difficult. I know. I can say work on it. And, you could try to go to bed and say, I'm going to sleep. I need to sleep. And it's just not going to happen, right? And I'm sure I've talked to you about melatonin before, and, or maybe taking a glass of a cup of tea. I mean, no screen time. I mean, no YouTube. As much as I want you here, no YouTube, or, no screen time whatsoever. Read a book, sweetie. You know what? Read something you find really boring. You should fall asleep upon that. I know if I take one of David's book on finances, I'll fall asleep in 10 seconds. Honestly, the most boring crap ever. So that could be a good thing. Take very boring things. And that could work for you. So ultimately, let me take out the Truthful deck for you, and let's go see what those words do have to say into this one. All right, so my beautiful, what you do need to know over here is that it is time for you to ground yourself within all of this. You also need to know that you do have a lot of choices. You do have a lot of options that are coming your way that are possible for you. This is about knowing that, yes, you do worry an awful lot, but you know what? Things are going to be okay. I feel as though you already do know your answer into all of this. But you're just, a little bit worried about it. I feel as though your ex-boss is willing to help you out, willing to compromise into some kind of way into this not into this relationship, but into this situation. Let me put it this way. I'm getting over here that we do need to seek some professional advice, perhaps, along this also. Strength is what you need, right? I know, beautiful. But I feel as though your ex-boss needs a little bit more time, and you do need to know that at some point this answer is going to come your way, sweetie. So I'm ultimately going to have to say over here, if it is strength that you need, strength you will find, but you will find it in yourself, sweetie. So you need to look within. I checked into the Hermit deck. I checked into these cards also about what it is that he would like to say to you. I don't see anything else, Nella Nellick, that he would like to say. So maybe rewind back, listen to like the last 3-4 minutes. I feel as though with this deck over here, with these decks that I took out, that he was looking towards letting you know that there is hope, that there is faith, that there is a certain regeneration, that there is something good that is going to be coming out of this for you, that we're not going to be able to do absolutely everything, but we are going to be able to do a little something on for you. And when we moved over to the Hermit deck over here, a little bit of the same thing was coming on out over here also. Okay, so you switch days. And the Hermit deck was pretty much saying the same thing over here, sweetie. Hello, my beautiful Reshma. How are you doing? That, you know what, we do have over here a need to compromise. We do have a need to help out. We do have, but we feel as though we're not going to be able to do absolutely everything. I feel like we need some outside help also from what I can see into these cards, into these words. I'm going to move on forward to our dear friend Juanson. Juanson. Let's go and see what I've got for you. So unless there's something really, really specific else that you would like, sweetie, I feel that with the Hermit deck and with the Tarot deck over here, that he's pretty much said what it is that, you know, that he has to say. I feel like you need to kind of just wait upon here, sweetie. How are you doing, my beautiful Reshma? Watson, we are getting some retail therapy over here for you. Retail therapy is what we are looking for. We're going to go over here. I know, right, Watson? Let's go for it. Glass of wine, the whole thing. Sending you a whole lot of love, Nella. Share your riches with your family and enjoy your beautiful material success. Carefully examine how you treat others and allow them to treat you also. So don't just give. Let people give to you also, Juanson. Very important. And had to go for, oh no, Rajma, is she okay, sweetie? Oh, beautiful Rajma, we have missed you too. How's your mom doing? Does she have anybody who's going to be able to take care of her? I think that hip replacement is a long, is not an easy, not it's an easy thing, but it's a long, what's the word I'm looking for? Recovery. Juanson, every loving thought is a seed of love. Sometimes the seed sprouts instantly, and other times it lies dormant for a while. The timing really doesn't matter. Love always grows into greater love. Still immobile, but back home now. Okay, at least she is back home now, sweetie. Oh, I am so sorry. I'm sending you so much love, sweetie. So much healing vibes to your mom. And you're there, and there's a nurse too. Okay. Oh, you're beautiful, Mom. Watson, I'm going to go over here, see if there's anything popping on out. And I'm going to move over to your kinky stuff after. Yeah, that one is nice, isn't it? I do like it too. Any movement on your side, my beautiful Reshma, sweetie? How are you doing yourself personally? Are you okay, beautiful? How are things going with your business? And your daughters? Is everything okay, sweetie? Juanson, what I can see over here is that we're looking towards a beautiful future, which I love because that is you. You look towards a future. Actually, you don't necessarily look towards the future. I feel as though you live day by day while planning for the future, but really living into the moment present, which I feel is hard to do, but I do feel as though you actually do it. I feel like you actually do work and live into the right here, into the right now, which I feel is absolutely beautiful. Zaria, tomorrow, please, my beautiful, because we've been here already like an extra 90 minutes and I do need to get to bed soon. I have to get up fairly early tomorrow, sweetie. I am getting over here the Four of Pentacles followed out by Justice. I'm also getting our Cups, our Eight of Swords. Ultimately, I don't feel as though anything bad is coming towards you. I don't feel as though any justice is being sought. I don't feel like love is necessarily already, I feel love is there, but it's not ready to be offered yet. So I feel like we're still, progressing into that loving environment with Elizabetta. So it is really just kind of growing is what it is, which is beautiful. You're into a beautiful progress, but nothing quite. Thank you, my beautiful Zaria. I appreciate it, sweetie. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Let's go and see. Work it as a standstill as of now, so nothing much moving on forward into that, right? And how are you holding up, Reshma? Your daughters are good? Okay, all right. So that is good. I want to give you a message over here from Elizabetha. All right, my beautiful Reshma. I'm sending you so much love, sweetie. If there's anything that you want to talk about, that you're worried about, you just kind of want to chit-chat, we haven't talked in a while, send me an email, okay, Reshma? If you feel like talking, you've been working a lot, you've been taking care of your mom, let me know. If you have anything onto your mind, send me an email, okay, sweetie? The message that I have for you over here, Juanson. It is about not being able to offer our love to you yet, but wanting you to know that we are feeling quite passionate towards you, and we are having those sexual thoughts about you, sweetie. Absolutely, Rashma. As you wish, my sweetie. It is good for me if it is good for you. All right, here we go for you once then. What are we getting in here? I am getting over here, okay, into our sexual thoughts towards you. I kind of feel like we just want to be dominated over here. Honestly, we just want you to be there. We want you to make us feel like we are a queen that is desired, and we want you to kind of beg for us is also what I am seeing. I'm also seeing some type of fetish over here, somewhere around the legs or the feet. We also completely and really into some type of masturbation. So not with you though, sweetie. I feel like you're the one who's going to have to doing the work onto this one. So I'm going to say we want to finish this beautiful night of pleasure together is what we want. We want to have sex, you know, with that beautiful full moon. We want to have sex with those candles. We want to be good. We want to be comfortable. We just want to fall asleep into your arms at the very end of it. Ah, and ooh, right? I know. Let's go into these little cards. I have not gotten ready though. You know what? I have not had time. I was working onto my lovey-dovey cards. I have not had the time to work onto my sexual ones yet. That'll be this week. All right, so let's go see what I'm getting over here. Oh, why don't we practice in the meanwhile, since we can't have sex yet? Why don't we practice some astral sex? We have some very intense sexual desire towards you. I do feel as though we would be completely open to some sexting. And obviously over here we want you to know that we are slowly obsessing over you. Well, you could, right? Well, sometimes you just gotta give, Watson. It's not about receiving. Sometimes you just gotta give. That's the way it goes. And let's go and see one of these over here. What position would we like with you? And yeah, maybe a dare. Why don't we do a dare? All right. So we would like to have an angled entry with you. And there you go. I told you were going to have to do some work. We want you to do some pearl diving. I love the way they call that, honestly. And hold on one moment. I am going to, what am I going to do? Oh, that's it. I was going to finish up with a dare. A dare is what I wanted. Yes, yes, and yes. What is she going to dare you to do? Let's go see. That's it. Do the astro, sweetie. Never thought about that, did you? You get going. You go read upon how to do that astro sex, and you get going towards it, sweetie. You manifest this and wait till you get to work how she's going to look at you then. All right, I kind of feel like she also wants to dare you to just kind of hide out into the closet like, you know, if you guys were so much younger and just, you know, have so much fun. Make out like you never have before. We also want to be making a video with you. So we want to make, you know, a porn video with you, sweetie. You'll be doing the Jon Snow, won't you? Seriously, I need to go and find out what all this Jon Snow stuff is. You guys keep talking about Jon Snow. It's coming from a movie or something. I don't know. I'm going, and I know that Lilith told me kind of quickly, and I read it, and I got it, and now I forgot about it. So I'm good with timestamps, no good with Jon Snow. I'm going to go and find out what Jon Snow's all about. Honestly, that's what I'm going to do. All right. That being said, you go do your astro sex, Watson. I'm going to say goodnight to everybody over here. Sending you guys so much love, and see you tomorrow. Same place, same time. Thank you again, everybody.